Hey friends, welcome back to Roll Need, the pre-show for week 4. We're calling it a call to arms. I'm Solid Jake, joined here with Zoya, Stick, Arno, and Stir Pyramill himself. I don't know why Jake and Zoya get their real names, but
I didn't get my real name.
Zoya's your real name.
No, your real name's Zoya. We all know it.
Yeah.
I don't know why Jake and Zoya got his real names.
What's good,
Hey,
boys?
guys.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot has
First, we
happened.
got that Classic WoW demo announcement.
Yeah. Super hype.
Can't wait, can't wait.
Less than a month from now, we'll be able
Yeah.
to play Classic WoW.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will
Did
be
they
playing
say
Classic
what the level
WoW.
cap is?
Nope,
Super
they haven't
jam.
said
There's
anything.
zero details on it.
I think the
It's
most we know
two
is
starter
there's
zones. That's all
yeah.
we know.
2 starting zones. That's the most they've
One on
hinted.
each faction.
There could be more, but so far that's all they've hinted at.
Right.
We hope
Well,
so.
yeah. I mean,
I need to get my virtual ticket.
Yeah.
I already
same.
got mine. I got mine the moment it was announced.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a smart way of doing it.
BlizzCon.
Yeah, well. All right.
I'm very
It's a smart way of doing
fortunate.
it, though.
And Blizzard is bringing me out there. They're gonna fly me out, media pass the whole deal. So that means I can cut lines and grind games
Nice,
as far as
yeah.
I understand it, because I'm here to cover games. In order for me to properly create content and provide that media coverage,
Yeah.
I can't wait in line for that.
No,
No.
of course
So
not.
I'm a grind
You're on the clock.
a lot of WoW Classic, a lot of heroes. I don't think I'm gonna do the Mythic stuff. They do the Mythic challenge. I think you can get like a cool pin
That
or
sounds
something if you do it. But
Cool
I wouldn't
pin.
want to do that unless I can find a group of guys that like I know that we can just bang through it. But
Yeah.
I can't imagine they give you time to set up your hotkeys and stuff for that kind of thing. That sounds just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up all
Painful.
your add-ons, you know?
yeah, I know, right? Just give me an hour to set up and then we'll play the Mythic. But
Enjoy it though, man. Those fast passes, whatever you want to call them, are awesome. We used to have those when being Tempo Storm and stuff.
mm,
Players didn't have to wait in lines because they got to go compete and stuff. So anytime we walked up with our
That's
badges,
awesome.
we could.
Got
I
places
think
to
the
go.
first time we were there when Overwatch was playable, we went through that like 10 times. So
Eh.
definitely something you should enjoy and abuse it. Abuse it as much as you can.
For me.
so Zoya just moved to a new place.
That was my
Mhm.
mic bad again.
Well, your cam is potato. It's very framey. It's very framey.
Oh, yeah.
Is that his cam or his internet?
Ooh, good enough.
Well, it's his. I don't. It might be his internet.
Oh, boy.
I don't think it's my internet. I got decent speeds.
It's catching up. It's catching up.
Oh, it just wasn't
Huh?
used to me
Huh?
moving.
Huh? No? That's better. That's looking good.
Yeah, it's
How,
getting
how
better.
was the move,
it,
Jared?
Work it. Work
You
it.
haven't told me the tales.
It was brutal. I had worked a 9-hour shift and then immediately started the drive within 10 minutes of the shift ending.
Oh,
I slept for about. First of all, my car has air conditioning, but it doesn't have cooling air conditioning. It just blows whatever the air is in the car.
So the
at
AC
fan.
unit
That's
is
not air
broken,
conditioning.
but you have
Yeah.
the
That's
fan.
a fan.
Sure, yes,
Right.
sure. That makes more sense. Yes.
It's not
The AC
conditioning
doesn't.
any air.
Yeah, the AC doesn't work. And at one point along the drive, when I first went to sleep, it was because it started storming because it's all hurricanes down in that area and
Hmm.
the storms are still finishing out. So I tried sleeping in the car and it ended up being like a 90-degree humidity hot box. So I woke up
Ugh.
after 2 hours of sleep and I was literally drenched in sweat and then I had to just continue the rest of the drive that way.
Might as well have the window open.
Yeah.
It was
Man, it's so
it was
shiny.
not fun. But I made it. That's all that matters. I am in my new home.
Congrats,
Enjoy.
man.
A choppy frame.
One choppy
Well,
frame.
Choppy frames in a new home.
Yeah, and you're close to me now, so
Yeah.
we can
Oh,
actually
yeah.
do things.
We went and watched the Hero Academia movie together.
It was great.
What
It was great.
It was
I-
really great.
I saw that with my wife for our 2-year anniversary, and we're both anime nerds, right? Like, she lived in Japan for 2 years. I don't know. It was an awesome, awesome movie. It's the second time I've seen an anime film in theaters in America.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
our
first time
first
was last year, actually.
Oh, I saw Summer Wars like 7 years ago when it came out in theaters.
Okay, that was my
I think that's the name of the movie. And then yeah, this
Huh.
time was the second time.
I saw.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Was
Yeah.
yours dub or sub out of curiosity?
Oh, mine was subtitles.
Oh, okay, ours was dubbed.
Oh, really? Oh, God, no.
But
no.
we live in DFW, and that's where Funimation's headquarters are. So
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense for the local theaters to be
Huh.
dubbed.
Yeah, it would make sense.
They had no
Probably get a
options.
good
It was
deal
just
on
dub
this.
or bust.
Oh,
Well,
we didn't know. Oh, we didn't look. We just picked the
yeah,
time
like,
when we went.
At the theater we were at, there were no options. It didn't have it posted. There were other theaters nearby that had it subtitled, but they were
Okay.
at different showing times and wouldn't work for us.
Gotcha.
And they were a lot further away.
I don't mind the dub. The dub's really
Yeah,
good
it's
for Hiraka.
Oh, okay.
The voice of Vegeta's All Might, so you can't go wrong with that.
Pretty fair.
Interesting. Yeah, no, it was really fun. You know, as far as anime movies go, when it comes to
Yeah.
being attached to a season, they tend to suck. If it's a standalone movie, that's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
Naruto
That's
or
usually the
something,
case,
that's
for
usually
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think I'm gonna go see that Dragon Ball Super movie. Actually, I think Dragon Ball Super is crap. But let's talk about WoW, like WoW Classic. What did we learned about the beta? Naturally, that's super cool, but also it's going to be up for in the video they said until the 8th at least, right? Now that could just be him saying that on the spot, right? But he literally worded it as they could continue it on forwards. Now he might be. Some developers have extended betas mostly because of server issues. So maybe that's the idea, is like, oh, we don't know if there's going to be a huge surge of people, and then we have server issues, so then we'll extend it by a day. Or maybe they'll just keep it up for a couple extra days or something. If the player base is that big, they might honor it more. We'll see.
I could see them doing like almost progression type releases, like, okay, now we're gonna release these zones, these levels, and do some serious game testing, because I mean, I don't know anything about game developing. I'm assuming a lot could go wrong in this process of making classic WoW, the original stuff, to modern day ports and stuff. So I could see them doing extended times, but I believe it's mainly for stress testing. They want to get a good idea of how the servers are going to handle the throw, but I could see them extend. I didn't actually know that bit about him saying at least till the 8th. Like there's a potential opening for more days. That makes me even
I don't
more
think any
excited.
of the articles had like stressed that at all, but that is what he did say in the video they released, which was announcing it. So
That's exciting if that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else happened?
I can't wait.
In Blizz World. Morheim
Yeah.
stepping down from president? Is that what his title was?
CEO?
What it was.
CEO or president, one of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to be involved, but
Right.
looks like he's
Oh yeah,
stepping
for
back a
sure.
little
I
bit.
mean, I have a little Morheim story. I don't know if I've ever told this on Town Hall, but it was at the DreamHack that we cast together, Jake, and I was not
in
doing the
Austin?
finals. Austin. I was actually sitting behind him in the stands, and he is such a Blizzard fan that he was watching Heroes, and then on his phone he had the StarCraft stream going on for the StarCraft tournament, and he was literally doing this the entire time. Like he's just a Blizzard fan of all their games. So no matter what he's doing there now,
Yeah.
he's going to be involved for life probably, whether it's as consultant or just as a fan, because man's got passion.
Yeah, it's insane because I actually have a Morheim story which is similar. It was my very first BlizzCon, which was, I don't know, 5 or 6 BlizzCons ago. Must have been 5 years ago, yeah. And we were there to watch StarCraft. This is the year where they first made Heroes public. They announced the cinematic for Heroes of the Storm, and they made the game playable for the first time. And we were, Kubi and I, which is my former co-caster and former co-host of Town Hall Heroes with Zoya, were sitting in the crowd, and we were in the front row of a section, and there's like a big break, like a walkway. So we were like the second tier of seating, and we were just sitting there in a kind of a quieter area so that we could watch, because we were also watching Hearthstone. Hearthstone was brand new. So we're trying to poke over at the other screen and like keep up with Hearthstone. And Mike and Amy Morheim sat down next to us. And of course, I'm that like fanboy nerd that's like, like, oh, thank you so much. Like I'm like shaking with nerves. And no, he's actually like the most chill, down to earth CEO you'd ever meet, right? Like he's just passion. He's another nerd like the rest of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. I'm excited to see the direction it goes.
Yeah. J. Allen Brackett is the infamous you think you do, but you don't, which actually kind of started the whole classic WoW movement. That's what started all those videos and started getting like soda popping, and I believe that Colaris, even a friend of ours, even made a video around that time as well. So and now he's the one in charge. So we can thank him for spearheading the classic WoW movement, and then we can thank him going forward for being the tip of the spear for Blizzard.
Yeah, he didn't know at the time, but
that's how you say his name, like J. Allen Brackett.
I mean, I'm not going to correct you because I don't know.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, seems good.
Good enough.
Seems good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting BlizzCon. Naturally, they've been teasing multiple projects for Diablo. There's the rumored Netflix series, which seems very credible since there have been tweets
if we get a trailer.
It seems very likely. Obviously, we know Diablo's Switch, but that's already multiple projects. After that, will we get Diablo 4? Will we get something else? Who knows?
Yeah, Diablo only has like 45 minutes or something on stage.
I thought they had multiple panels.
It's 2, but one's a Q&A. The only one, there's like a looking forward.
45 minutes is a long time, though. You can get
it is.
a lot
Speaking of 45
content.
minutes, Classic WoW has a 45-minute panel. So we're hopefully getting a lot. It's on day 2.
Yeah.
And they got a 45-minute panel, so
just as
That's
much as
one
D3.
thing,
So.
whereas Diablo is supposed to have multiple things. So I'd be curious to see.
So when it comes to the other games, I mean, obviously Overwatch, we expect new characters. Heroes, we expect new characters. Maps, whatever. StarCraft, who knows? Obviously, with Brood War Remastered being out and everything, it's just who knows what they're going to do. A new side mission or whatever. And Hearthstone, a new expansion, we could imagine. So there's nothing else we can really talk about those games. But going back to Classic WoW, I'm actually really curious, and I wanted to ask you guys, if they are to change stuff, right? Like, there might be differences, and it's also good to point out they said it's going to be patch 1.12, but based on
1.12.1.
Oh yeah, 1.12.1. Excuse me. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That it's going to be based on that, but it's not necessarily going to be exactly that. And I'm actually super interested if they'll like improve, not improve, but update quests, right? Are they going to still make it so you need add-ons to have all the added information for quests? Or are they going to modernize the way that quest givers have the, exist on the mini map? Also the main map showing you where to go for an area. How do you guys feel about that?
I think they'll make minor changes, like just showing.
I just want to say really quick, this is a dangerous discussion that I will rant about 45 minutes for. I don't know if this is the right time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I lead on the side of there are changes I want to Classic WoW, but there are a lot I don't want. So if I had to choose a side, changes or no changes, I lean heavily to no changes. Because if you're open to any changes, you need to be open to all changes.
Well, the only changes I think that they absolutely cannot make is it needs the gameplay, the way that all abilities work, the way that the, auto attacking works, and everything with your GCDs. Like hunters specifically are a lot different. They feel a lot different overall. That's what they need to not change at all, because I think that would just it's not Classic WoW at that point.
There are other things, like if they're starting on 1.12.1, then like in the official version 1.12.1 that came out, there were several raids that were in the game at that time. Are they going to start with all those raids?
I think they're going to slow roll it out.
Yeah, do like a progression, I'm sure.
Yeah, like no, I'm sure they'll have it as they slowly release them, but like they're physically still there. Like if you play on a private server right now, the raid's there, you just can't enter it. Are they going to do it that cheesy way, or are they going to actually not have it there? Like the gates of AQ, are those going to be physically closed, or?
Oh God! If they redo Encourage modern day, because back then, like my PC could not handle it.
Oh no, I went there and it crashed like 40 times.
Yeah, no, it was literally in like just waiting at the login screen the whole time, loading in, getting one frame, and then 8 minutes later you are dead and trying to contribute again. Like, but with modern, internet and PCs, it's
that is all I am hoping. Unison changes, stability changes, nothing that changes the actual game or game.
I remember.
I'm even okay with no quest changes, like what you were suggesting, because there was so much fun about it just being like, where do I go now?
You have to read the quest log. You have to read the quest log, right? East of this point is all the directions you're getting at most, right? And
that was great.
I love that.
And it was doable the way they did it.
And then if you don't want to do that, you can get add-ons, sure.
Yeah.
Or you can open up Wowhead, because that's actually a thing now. and it wasn't then.
Thought
Well, you had
Thoughtbot.
Thoughtbot, and you had
Yeah.
Alakazam before that.
Yeah, but they didn't have everything.
Oh no, they definitely
Nowhere
did not.
near
No.
what WoW had and them have now.
No.
I
That has
remember back
a
with
lot of wrong
AQ.
things.
Yeah.
With the AQ 40 with the gates opening, they with the Scarab mount, the guy who got it on my server literally just sat in Ironforge 24/7 logged in.
For days.
He never
yeah.
moved. He just would sit on that bridge right near the auction house in the bank, and he would just sit there with his title, and he would sit there with his
He got
mount.
so many death threats, I promise you.
Oh, I'm sure on the regular.
Oh yeah. No.
The good old days, man.
Mhm.
That mount, though.
No, I cannot wait to find out and honestly play the game.
Less than a
And,
month away.
You know,
Yeah.
less than a month away. We'll all be able to get our hands on and hop in and play Classic. I'm gonna be out in
You think
California.
they'll announce a release date?
I hope.
I
hope,
hope,
man.
because if they don't, that means we're waiting
Yeah.
for
Another BlizzCon,
a
probably.
long time. Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of the Roll Need the Classic WoW podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
Digressing.
It's gonna be.
Real talk, a Classic WoW podcast is very likely going to be born before long. Just because like Zoya said, 45-minute discussion. It would probably be more
Easy.
than that at that
Yeah.
point, right? Like
Easy.
At least.
that's a talk.
Oh
that
yeah, I could talk with you guys for 4 or 5 hours easily, and then not be tired. Like
Yeah, and
I
I
love
think
this game.
we're gonna have to do that. But it's time to roleplay.
Plugs,
Mhm.
plugs. We got plugs to make.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
plugs.
Good call.
Smart boy.
Zach, take it away with the Patreon.
You can visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollneed. We've got different subscription tiers for different quality audio streams, for just audio versions of it, access to the Discord channel, access to private videos that we're making about Q&A sessions and stuff like that. Lots of fun there. And eventually there's a Patreon goal that we're looking to start a Horde campaign as well. So if we get enough people as Patreons, then looking to start a counter story to this one on the Horde side. Should be good. Check it out.
That'll be awesome.
Stir,
John, why don't you take it away with the rulebook?
Oh,
So we're using this modified version of D&D 5e by Reddit user named Jahia. He basically translated 5e into World of Warcraft. Now we're playing specifically on a classic WoW setting, like vanilla. So we're not going to like Pandaria, places like that, but that's totally an option because they have classes like you can play a monk, you can play a demon hunter or death knight, as well as different races like pandas. So check that
Pandas.
out. If you're a
I
dungeon
like
master
pandas.
and you like World of Warcraft, start up a party and use this rulebook. There's a link somewhere.
And he's also balances to it every week, it seems like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Every time you
changing.
go in there, there's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is updating. It's awesome.
Lots of balance changes frequently. So
and special
Thank
shout out
you
to
for
him.
that.
He actually became a patron to our show, and he messaged me a couple days ago informing me that my the Discord roles weren't being applied properly because the way it's all set up is like there's a bunch of different steps and I missed one. You have to apparently drag the bot role above the other roles or something. I don't know. Anyways, he literally sat there and troubleshot it with me as the
What a
patron to
baller.
make
That's
sure
awesome.
that he was getting the
Good guy.
reward because he wanted to make
Yeah.
sure everybody else was getting the reward. So it's like not only did he make the rule book, but he listens to the show. He loves the show.
Shout out to you, Jahia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
he's patching the rule book too. That's cool.
Twice since we've started
D&D
playing.
is getting it's
Yeah.
getting balanced essentially. So mega shout outs to him because that's super cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't nerf hunters though, otherwise we're gonna change.
Yeah. And then we, of course, have our release schedule. We also do this live every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. We also are kind of being fluid right now with the YouTube releases. We're going to eventually set that to Friday nights as well as the free MP3 podcast will release sometime Friday as well.
Yeah.
But if you do watch this on YouTube or the audio podcast, you can check out live. We're at twitch.tv/SolidJakeGG.
We're actually gonna do it kind of dynamic because MP3, the free MP3 is always Friday, but YouTube's gonna primarily be Wednesday and Twitch is Monday. So Twitch
makes
and
sense. I like
Patreon MP3 is Monday. But yeah, this past week there was some really weird issue on the back end of Twitch where an hour in, it just muted the whole stream and there was nothing we could do. So that was kind of weird. So apologies to our Twitch listeners that experienced that last week. But yeah, I think we're ready to rock and roll, ladies and gents. So
Let's do it.
We are gonna prepare to hop in to episode 4, week 4, A Call to Arms, in just a moment. Roll Need is directly supported by listeners like you. Visit patreon.com/rollneed.
All right, and welcome back, my friends, to week 4 of Roll Need. Last week, our adventurers had tracked the beast Bagash, a massive Wendigo they had been tracking that was plaguing the Amberstill Ranch, to its true lair at the old Ironforge Airport. After a quick battle with an unexplosive ending, the beast was slain and returned to the ranch. You guys returned to the ranch to receive your reward. With Golden Pocket, and surrounded by new friends, you return to Ironforge, where you stumbled upon a recruiter named Jura, who let you know that Stormwind is hiring mercenaries. You guys expressed your interest, whether it was for returning home, the quest for knowledge, or the pursuit of just new beasts, new weapons, new adventures. You all decided to return together, took a contract from him, and boarded the Deep Run tram, where a little leper gnome was potentially killed by Thanagan. They boarded the tram, arrived in Stormwind, and here we are. We're going to be picking up from the Old Town. I know we jumped a little bit ahead of that, but we're actually going to start here in the Dwarven District, step out into the beautiful air of Stormwind, and Stur's going to take everybody out on a little tour of Stormwind, as this is everyone's first time here besides Klein.
Yeah, I love it here, Klein. I miss this place sometimes.
There's just something about the air here. It's a little different, you know? It's like it's
is.
covered with like smog or something.
Something like that. That's because there's so many people. If you look,
Yeah.
obviously.
Barely any trees.
They're all outside the city. We do have a couple trees inside the city, though, that I'd like to show you. But first, if we look to our left here, and I'm going to show them to a couple of dwarves that I know hang out in that corner. Thanagan. These guys right here, I don't know if you wanted to get to know them, but they might be able to help you in your ways of, you know, shooting your gun.
Well, you think I need to learn how to use my gun better?
No, of course not, but there's always room for improvement.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly, Stick. Stick gets it.
I want to like, are they like shooting their guns? Are they cleaning their guns? What are these other dwarves
I have
doing?
no idea what people John is referring to right now.
They're just dwarves.
The hunter trainer.
He's right there.
Oh, so the hut that's
Stormwind.
immediately to the left when you come through the tram.
Is there a hunter trainer in Stormwind and Classic?
There
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a dwarf.
There is.
it is a dwarf.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's a female dwarf, I believe.
There's a hunter and a pet trainer.
There's well, maybe she's
I
the
played
pet
a hunter
trainer.
in vanilla.
Curveball.
There is a dwarf trainer there. They
Got
are-
you, Jared.
Fun fact, if you go there at level 10, they just send you back to Karanos. They basically send you back to Ironforge and Karanos if you want to actually get your pet.
Yeah.
You can't get a pet in Stormwind.
Yeah.
But you
You have
can
to go to
train.
your place.
Got to
It's
do it
Stormwind.
from a specific
Okay,
but,
yeah, there are a few dwarfs there. If you wanted to go talk to them.
yeah, I'll walk up and be like,
You don't have to.
no, I'm gonna be like, mighty fine weapons you got there, miss.
Oh, well, thank you.
What kind of oil do you use?
Just use generic oil, you know. Don't need anything special for this thing. And she actually pulls out a bow.
Okay, I'm gonna be really excited about it. Like, oh, is that elven made?
Nope, it's actually made by the humans here. They got some fine craftsmen here.
Can I inspect it? I want to take it from her and see. Oh, I'm gonna ask her. Be like, mind if I take a look? I'm not gonna just grab it.
Snatch it.
Sure, why not? She
My bow now.
hands it over to you.
Yeah.
How is it? Is it like the bootiest bow in the world, or is it nice? Tell me
No,
about it.
it's a nice bow. It's not anything like special. Doesn't seem to be magic enchanted, but it's got fine craftsmanship in it. It's got a nice weight to it. Seems very well balanced. It's more of a medium-ranged bow.
All right,
You looking to buy that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. Like, how much would you like for this bow, miss?
Oh, I'm not really looking to sell. This is mine.
Gonna buy her only bow.
I guess it's not a shop; it's a trainer. Be like, fine, be that way. Bye.
I'm sorry. Can I buy your gun?
Bye. Not even gonna respond. Just gonna leave.
He collects weapons. Don't mind him.
Yeah, sorry about him.
Sorry about that. Anyway, we can continue through the Dwarven District. As you can see, lots of dwarves, lots of hammers hitting anvils as we move closer towards the northern side. I don't know if anyone has interest in talking to these folk here, but you know, I think there's a couple blacksmiths and a few engineers, and actually, I've seen a few of the gnomish people like way up north there. I don't know if you wanted to, maybe you know them. Is that something that's common with the gnomes?
I mean, there's not that many of us left, so
That's
most of us
exactly.
know each other.
Well, if you want to go, we can.
Maybe?
Well, it's up to you, and I'll continue not that way until Stick tells me otherwise.
So
Alright.
I'm completely
Yeah, I'm just gonna
enamored by the site I see in Stormwind. It's nothing like my home of Darnassus, so I'm not even paying attention to anything that's going on. I'm just following.
Yeah, and there's like buildings everywhere. That hundreds and hundreds of people. The streets are crowded. It's really nice architecture here. Buildings are tall. It's not symmetrical, which is something that both the dwarves and the elves are used to. Everything is very symmetrical. Things that make sense. You know, the paths don't really wind. Everything's really circular. Iron or Stormwind, everything just curves. There's buildings everywhere, alleyways that take you down paths, lots of different streets. It's a chaotic mess here, but the people who are living here seem to be knowing where they're going. They navigate these streets very well. Looking about you in the Dwarven District, there's primarily dwarves, a few gnomes, and several humans as well. Again, this is a massive city, and it has a lot of trade.
Yeah, so lots of dwarves, few gnomes, and lots of stone everywhere. All right, so we'll continue the tour over to the Cathedral District. This is actually where I went to the orphanage when I was 13 years old. I actually want to stop by there and see if anyone I know is still around.
You grew up as an orphan?
Well, kind of. I spent most of my childhood living on a farm in Westfall. But then something happened. We got raided by some bandits and my parents got killed.
Oh.
But that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
We're not here to be somber. So I'm going to take them to the Cathedral District.
Okay, and it's a decent walk. It takes you about 15-20 minutes to get there. Eventually, you guys cross over a bridge, and there's a lot of traffic, a lot of movement here. But you're able to navigate them there, and eventually you make your way over to the Cathedral District, where a little less crowded here, but you do have the big cathedral. As a big rush of people comes out, it looks like some sort of sermon or a session just ended there, and they all come flooding out. And so it's getting a little bit crowded here. But off to the left-hand side, you do see an orphanage, but a bunch of little kids running around outside, and then, of course, the cathedral is to the right.
Cool. All right, I'm just going to head for the orphanage. Hey, Arano, keep up. Stay close. It's crowded over here. And don't be intimidated by the guys wearing the white ropes. They mean well.
Yeah. Hate ropes.
Yeah, ropes.
Not really hearing him. I heard his voice, so I kind of pick up a little bit, but I'm still just completely looking around and ignoring most of what's going on.
Just taking in the sights.
Making sure no one's getting lost. All right. Walk up to the cathedral or to the orphanage, and I just like... am I seeing anyone before I approach?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of kids playing outside. They have a little yard that they can run around and play in. They've got a little swing set and seesaws and some fun stuff they can play with. So there's a bunch of kids outside, but inside inside from the orphanage, you hear a very familiar voice ringing out. Matron Shalene is screaming at some kids, "Hey, clean up that mess, guys! Come on! We're not animals here."
All right, I'm gonna just walk up to her. Hey, Matron Shalene. It's been a long time.
Sure, and she gives you a big hug. What brings you back to Stormwind?
Well, I was just taking my friends on a tour here. This is Stick. There's Fanigan and Arano. He's the tall elf over there. He's kind of wandering around. Oh yeah, and Klein. Well, you know Klein. I've taken you here before, Klein.
It is good to see you again, Matron Shalene. And he gives her a deep bow.
I see that they finally fixed up that swing set. That used to be dangerous.
Yeah, actually, your old buddy Karash was able to pull some strings at the cathedral and get us a little extra coin, and we were able to get it repaired.
Is Karash here? Is he around?
Well, he works in the cathedral now. He's a priest now.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go say hi to him, I think.
Is she hot?
Well,
Fanigan needs to know.
sounds like Klein is interested.
She looks like she was very attractive in her younger age. She's starting to get older, looks about 45, 50 now, but she's not unattractive. She still has that older beauty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hit on her.
Okay, well,
no.
what are you gonna do?
Hey there, little missus.
Hello. Thank you for taking care of Stir on the road.
Noble thing you do here, taking care of these small boys and girls.
Well, I like doing it. Raise a bunch of good kids here. They'd have nowhere else to go, so.
It must get quite tiring, eh?
Oh, no. It's actually quite invigorating, chasing these kids around all day. Keeps me young and spry.
She used to chase Karash and I around all up and down the district. And one time we went up into the park area, and they threatened to lock us up in the stocks for overnight because we were underage going in the park. Can you believe that?
I'm just gonna cut him off and be like, so what do you do for fun here in Stormwind?
Well, there's lots of things. Sometimes there's the fair in Goldshire. I don't really do much fun stuff. I just kind of work here. My fun is hanging out with the children, taking them on adventures. Sometimes we go to Goldshire and let them see the animals. Sometimes we'll take them to the tram and let them see all the gnomes. They love gnomes.
But what about the pub?
Oh, not for children.
Someone's got to keep an eye on the
very
kids.
confused at you right now.
When she says the children love gnomes, Stick's gonna like hide behind Stir's leg just so the kids can't see her.
Make a stealth check.
Yeah, no, if she straight up doesn't go to the pub, I'm done. That's it. I'm out. Well, nice thing you do here, madam. And then
thank you.
I'm gonna go like kick over.
Any
a
friend
pot.
of Stir's is a friend of mine.
And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now, so...
Oh, stop. Are you gonna go see Karash?
I think I am. I would like to go up into the cathedral.
Tell him I said hi and we miss him.
All right. I
He's
will.
gotta stop working so much.
I'll let him know. And I will take the group out the orphanage.
She gives you one more hug before you leave, and then...
Yeah. Goodbye hugs, and then I'll take them to the cathedral.
It's nice meeting you.
Okay, and it's not very far. I'd say it's about 2-3 minute walk. The cathedral's very big. You can see it off in the distance as you guys end up walking over to it. But yeah, it's just the cathedral. Again, a bunch of people were rushing out. You see some straggler citizens that are speaking to certain priests outside. But I mean, you know the cathedral. You don't need a permission to walk in. You can just go inside.
Now, this is a house of faith. So you need to be respectful in here, Thane again.
Yeah, Rano, don't do any of that druid stuff here. You don't know how they're gonna react.
That's true, Ronald. There ain't no Moonwell here, okay? I mean, there is, but not in this part.
Yeah, Moonwell's that way. We'll look at that later.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute, all right? Calm down. Now walk in.
Okay, yeah, and there's still a bunch of people in here. There is one person that you do recognize as Archbishop Benedictus. He's just kind of the guy in charge here, always leading the sermons. A very people person. You often, especially growing up in the orphanage, he would often visit, making sure just making sure all his children were on the right moral paths and whatnot. Very kind and loving old man. But in the back corner, you do recognize a very familiar orcish figure.
Cool. I'm going to not talk to Archbishop. I'm going right up to Karash. Does Karash see me?
Just make a stealth check.
Yeah, I want to stealth up to Karash because I'm going to spook him.
Oh no.
Wait, a stealth
Okay.
check at
And as-
disadvantage.
And as he's doing this, you guys look over to the man he's heading over to. It's actually an orc that grew up in the orphanage with Stir.
It's a 9.
As you are getting closer, your foot slams into one of the pews and you let out a yelp. Oh, well, isn't my good old friend Stir Pyramil?
Hey, Karash.
Comes up and gives you a big hug, and this
Big
guy is
hug.
massive. He's about 6.5 feet tall. He weighs a good 250, 300 pounds. But he's wearing priest robes. He's got tusks coming out of his mouth. I mean, he's an orc.
That's
Yeah,
your
see?
smork voice?
Well, it is good to see you again, brother. Greetings and
It's
salutations, my friends. Who is
Yeah.
this that you are traveling with, Stir?
Seeing
Well-
Orc on the other side before he even goes up to him, I'm gonna be like hiding behind the back pew, just kind of peeking out.
You already know Klein. This is
Hey,
again.
what's up? They give each other a little slap on the arm.
Thanagan. This is Arano, the elf. And I don't even know if Morano's in here right now.
As he's introducing me, I've never seen a cathedral before, let alone any type of anything like this. So I completely walk away and I wander around inside.
Not even looking.
You're not even gonna look at the orc you've probably never seen before either?
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't noticed him yet.
Yeah.
I immediately throw my hands back towards my gun because that's an orc, and I'm
No
just like,
likey.
Greenskin.
Whoa, you're just gonna pull out your gun right here?
I didn't pull
Oh,
it
that's
out.
thick.
I'm like ready to pull it out, and I'm
Oh,
like
okay.
at that,
No need for that, my friend. I grew up in Stormwind my entire life.
Yeah, he was in the orphanage with me. Oh, by the way, the matron says hi back there. You want to go say hi to her when you get a chance, Crash.
Well, study, 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 always studying. You know how I do, sir?
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it though. You're so smart, and I wish all that had rubbed off on me.
Well, we all have our gifts, and as he's saying that, he reaches into his pocket and grabs a handful of beef jerky and just shoves it into his mouth. So, what brings you to Stormwind, Stir? It's been quite some time since I've seen you.
Well, we're here on a mission. A recruiter told us to come here, and we're gonna go speak to a captain over in the Old Town. I think is where it is. Is that right, guys?
About this time, Stick's gonna kind of half whisper, half yell from the back of the cathedral, asking, "Is it safe up there, guys?"
Oh yeah, and
Ah,
that stick.
of
You can
course.
see her pigtails up sticking
Come
up.
on out, little one. I mean no harm to any of you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna hurt no one.
You
He's
know.
a man of God. Okay.
Reluctantly start slowly walking up to the front.
And Crash does not seem phased by this. It's like he's almost been doing with this his entire life. Is just people overreacting at the sight of an orc in Stormwind. Very absurd. Most of you probably haven't seen an orc in your entire life. But he was an orphan, raised in Stormwind his entire life. I mean, as you can tell, he speaks perfect Common.
He can also speak Orcish, which he taught me while we grew up. But
You
speak
Orcish?
a little bit. I mean, I can read Orcish. I mean, I can read as much as I can read Common, but in Orcish.
which is very little.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm more of a speaker, you know.
It seems that your friends are getting to know you very well, Stir.
They do. And it's not hard picking up Orc. It's It's similar to like the noises Klein and I make when we're cutting down trees.
So kind of just grunting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Zug zug. Right, Crash?
It's a bit more. Yes, exactly. Zug zug. And as he just absentmindedly again grabs another handful of beef jerky. He's got like a maybe like a 30-pound sack just tied to his hip. That just seems to be filled with just beef jerky.
So is that an 8-slot bag?
It's a
no. This is like a rune cloth bag, like 14 slot easily.
It's a big one.
Good.
Might be a traveler's backpack. You can't tell from here, but he's just shoving his hand in there and just shoveling this jerky into his mouth, absent-mindedly.
Well, Crash, I wanted to ask while I'm here, you know, we're going to talk to this captain, and I wanted to see if you would want to join us, since we grew up together, and this could be our time to finally go on adventures, you know?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion. 17.
I don't know about that, sir. As you know, I'm one for learning, and great adventures are not for me.
I was about learning too, but there's a lot
do you know what you're doing
out there.
Do I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, what is this mission you're going on? I know you do not know what you're doing, sir. Such a funny guy.
I can't fool you.
Oh, but do you know where you're going on this mission? And...
I'll just jump in back. We're going to see a recruiter, so we don't really know the job yet.
Well, perhaps once you know more details, my friend, return to me and I'll consider it. But
So
I can't leave my
want us
studies right now.
You want us to go all the way there and then come all the way back? If you want to tell you about it, why don't you just come with us and learn about it, man? And then if you don't want to go, that's fine.
Well, I'm a bit busy right now.
All right, that's okay.
You know what? I'll go along with you. Why not? Sure.
Yeah!
You can help
Just,
show us the town.
Make
There
sure
you
you
go.
keep your eyes out. I don't know. It depends on where this mission's going. You know, I don't like going out into the world, as people tend to try and kill me every time I leave Stormwind.
I know.
It seems like it'd be pretty likely.
That used to be a problem.
Yeah. Well, luckily the people have gotten accustomed to me being here. He just sticks his hand into his bag and eating more beef jerky.
What are you eating there?
Ah, this is beef jerky.
He loves beef jerky.
Jerky?
Would you like some? It is
Whoa.
salted and peppered.
Oh, sure.
He hands you a
I'm gonna hold up my
massive handful. Like his hands are
both
like
hands up.
we're talking like LeBron James sized hands.
He could
and
palm
just,
my
like,
head.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just drops like and like there's a lot spilling onto the floor. You can't get it all. Go ahead and try it. It is quite chewy. You want to chew on it and savor it. And as he says that, he's like shoving it in his mouth. And it seems like he's instantly inhaling it as he's saying chew on it and savor it. But
I
he's
don't
just
think I can
pounding
eat
back
all
this
of
sugar.
it, but okay.
Share it with your friends then.
You guys want some?
I'll try
I'm
it.
fine, thank you.
I'll take
I've had
some.
the
And
jerky.
he grabs some out of their hand stick.
Please take more.
Okay, I'll take more. And Klein just grabs like 2 handfuls. And you still got plenty left over.
Well, first I'm gonna head on over to the park and show Arano this moonwell that we got. Oh, Arano, you still in here? I'm looking around for Arano.
Wandered off into the annex.
Yeah. No, I hear my name and I turn around
As-
and I walk back.
As you see, they are speaking to an orc dressed in white priest robes.
Yeah, and immediately I see the orc and I am taken aback because it's something I've only read about.
Just freezes.
Yeah, like stopped in my place and I'm gonna stand there for a moment.
Arano,
And Crash is just staring at you with his fangs sticking up. There's this big dumb grin on his face.
Arano, this is my friend Crash. We grew up together.
No, it's a pleasure
y'all
to
might,
meet you, Arano. And he
Y'all
extends his
might
hand
get
to you.
along. Y'all might get along real well, seeing that you both have colored skin, like you're green and then Arano's purple.
How are you doing, sir? And
Well, I'm doing quite well, actually.
and I reach out my hand and shake.
Yeah, and he's got a firm grip. Very big hands, but doesn't seem too overly aggressive. And well, it's nice to meet you, Arano.
Night
Welcome to
off hands.
Stormwind.
Arano's the druid. He gets his power from the moon wells on Teldrassil.
Oh, I've read about the moon wells. That is quite interesting.
It's a beautiful place.
What brings you to Stormwind, Arano?
I'm following my friends here.
Oh. These
Where are
ones
your
here.
friends at?
You guys.
Oh,
Yeah, he's talking about us.
right.
Welcome to Stormwind. It may take some time, but eventually we warm up to outsiders. You are welcome here, my friend.
I know the feeling.
I'll take you to a place where you'll be very welcome, Arano. And I lead everyone out the cathedral, and we head towards the park.
Goodbye, my friends! He just like stirs just like dumb
It's
grinning
nice to meet
faces. Waving goodbye at you guys.
I'm like looking over my shoulder, making sure he's not following us.
Nope. Then he goes back to cleaning that area he was in.
If anything, he'll just make you feel good. That's what Karash does best. Now, if you'll follow me...
What
I'll
kind
lead
of
everyone
childhood
to the park.
relationship did you have with this guy?
Questionable. It was questionable.
He can just do things with his hands.
Of course he can.
Stir, you should stop talking right now.
Well, I can't talk about how a priest work?
Yeah, you should probably just stop
The
talking.
layers and the layers and the layers.
All right, well...
Let's
we
go
don't
to the
have talk
park.
about Karash anymore. Let's go to the park.
It's where the Moonwell is, right?
That's where the Moonwell is. They got it straight out the other compliment, too.
Continent?
No, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
what'd I
it says
say?
compliment.
They picked it up and brought it over here. That's what they tell me, anyway.
I'm pretty sure they just built it here.
And as you guys head towards the other compliment, you end up getting to the park area. It's a lot less crowded here, but immediately the architecture and the smell, Arano, immediately reminds you of home. The buildings are elvish style. There's a nice thick grass everywhere. It smells very nice over here. And in the distance, you do see more and more, as deeper you go into the park, it's filled with night elves, as opposed to the other sections, which were primarily, again, the Dwarven district was mainly dwarves, and then you're seeing a lot more humans in the cathedral area. You're getting the feeling that the races tend to stick to each other, despite everyone being in the alliance, despite everyone being open to each other. It still seems like there's maybe not tensions, but people flock to their own, even in Stormwind.
And
Yeah,
approaching the park, I'm a little hesitant because the last time I was here with Karash, I got yelled at and threatened to be thrown into the stocks, but Stir isn't aware that it was because of Karash, not Stir.
And I'm going to be doing the same thing that Arano's been doing in the last two districts, except now we're in his part of town, and I'm just staring around in wonder at how everything looks like it's from a different world.
And I'm similar, except I want to just run up to the Moonwell and jump into it.
Yeah, so this is the park, and if y'all want to go on in, you can. The guards
It's
might stop you, though.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
real
are you
pretty
going to
in
do
there.
that? Are you going to attempt that as you guys are approaching towards? You do see what to you, Arano, you know as a moonwell, and two night elves standing in front of it.
Okay, so I'm completely feel at home. Completely different demeanor than the last two districts. I see Thanigan start to run towards the Moonwell, and I call out to him, "Thanigan, stop!"
No, I'm hype. I'm hype. This
He's
is
not
this is
stopping.
sparkly. It's new. This is adventure, and I'm having a piece of it.
Oh no.
So you're just charging straight towards it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glancing at the two elves that are there, like
One of
judging-
them seems to be has a broom and is kind of dusting around the well. The other one's sitting on a bench reading a book.
Can I cast Entangle on him to try to stop
I
him?
was
I was
just
hoping.
thinking of the spells you sent me last night. You could absolutely cast Entangle.
Oh boy. And stop.
I said stop.
Is it a?
There's got to be a saving throw.
Yeah.
I probably have to beat a 14 or something.
Strength.
Don't forget that takes a spell slot. You're using a spell
Oh, I know.
slot. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's aware.
We'll probably have another. I had like 6 of them.
The
I'm
version
fine.
of the spell you sent me does not say how it hits. All it's
Yeah,
saying
sorry.
is...
I put it over here. It's on the it's on my character sheet. It's
Okay.
I think it just puts it in an area.
yeah, I put it in an area and then they have to do a strength save to be able to not have it hit them.
Not get rooted.
Okay, go ahead and make that strength save, Jake.
Okay. 11.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it hits, right?
Okay, so suddenly as you're
you
running
really-
forward, just out of nowhere, very similar to, I forget what the area was called in the first Harry Potter book, where they're getting trapped in the vines. Just suddenly you're just overwhelmed and wrapped up in vines, and they're not hurting you, they're not really trying to kill you, you're just suddenly entangled. And
I warned you.
you stop in
I
your
walk
track.
up to Thanigan and say to him, "Trust me, this was for your own good."
Oh, get this off me. What is this? I want to
The
see that
Moonwell.
moonberry juice.
The Moonwell is a very sacred place, and they would have done much worse to you. At this point, I'm going to stop casting it.
Okay. The spell is released, Jake, and the vines flop down off of you, and eventually they seem to almost die and then wither away and then just completely dissolve.
So I just start kind of like kick at them, just like, you know,
Yeah, it's
kicking them
very
as they're going
after a few
away.
seconds. Yeah.
And I'm gonna again like glance at the moonwell, but
You're
not
in
do
Arano's
not do
zone
anything.
now.
Just
Okay.
I thought he
looking
was
at it.
powerful before. Wait until he
And
gets
both the
into that
elves, as
Moonwell.
this kind of commotion happened, look up at you, and then they immediately go back to what they're doing. They didn't seem to be too disturbed by it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
this
just
is
gonna-
the park.
Uh,
Did anyone want to?
Real quick, Orana, what the hell did you just do, man?
I called upon the spirits of the ground, and I used the roots to entangle him, and so he wouldn't jump into the well. Because if there's one thing I've learned is he was probably going to jump in that well.
Why?
Why not?
Why can't I go in there?
It's a sacred place.
Catching up to the rest of the group now, I'm gonna see the rotted remains of the, not rotted, but like the decaying remains of the entangling roots, and yell out, "It's kind of messy around here. Don't they clean up?"
Those will go away over time.
Stir, remind me not to
You did
piss
this?
Orana off. That was crazy.
No, yeah, no kidding. Didn't you see him shoot that? What was that? A yellow fireball or something out of his
nuts.
hands? He cut that
We-
tree right in half.
We have to get into that moon well. And this is like a private conversation between Stir and Klein.
And I hear this, and for the first time, I'm like buddy with the dinguses, and I'm like, yes.
I'm not like that. I'm like, we can't get in that moon well. You saw what Arano did just now?
Stir, distract Orano, and we'll make a run for it.
Hey, Arano,
I turned to Stir.
did you want to come with me over into this corner? There's a couple of people I think you might be interested in seeing. From what I remember, they're druids too.
Make a deception check.
Persuasion check? Or that's deception. dude.
That's absolutely deception.
Well, no, there are druids there.
10.
To a random corner.
Make an insight check.
Me.
Yeah. He may be leading them to druids, but the act is to deceive Orano. So.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm not leading them to druids.
Oh,
He's leading
17.
to a corner to hit him with a black.
As he points over there, you look over there, and there's no druids over there. And
There's actually 2 squirrels chasing each other. I'm gonna say those are druids.
We can turn into a lot of things, but we cannot turn into squirrels.
and as you turn around, Orano, Thanigan, and Klein are booking it. They're like halfway to the Moonwell right now, just.
I call out to the 2 elves who are by the Moonwell. These guys are trying to run into the Moonwell.
Okay, and they just kind of look up at you guys as you're running closer, and you're running closer, and they don't seem to be stopping you.
I'm going all the way.
You're just gonna. All right, Thanigan just jumps in. Klein's a little hesitant, like, "This is a trap." You're just gonna dive straight in.
Oh yeah, just hands in the air, the standard
Belly
dwarf jump, like.
Belly flop.
Okay, yeah, you just splash down into it.
And And I'm gonna
And they
just be
both-
splashing around like.
What
How
are you
is the thing
doing?
again?
Hello?
Could you stop?
Why? This looked fun and nice.
Well, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could you get out now? Because now I have to clean that.
I'm plenty clean, missy.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
about all these leaves and stuff you just got in my moonwell? And it's not a man or Missy. They're both men.
Oh, sorry, elf voices.
You couldn't tell. It's okay.
Rude.
Well, you probably wouldn't be able
That
to
was
tell
my
from
fault for
looking
not
at 'em.
saying it was two.
I'm gonna stick with it. Sorry, madam. I guess I'll get out.
And you better help him clean up that moon well.
You see the one that was cleaning it, like, gets what almost seems to be like a pool skimmer, and just is immediately like grabbing the leaves and twigs that were just off of you, or like on your shoulder from the entangle, and like,
I'm gonna start like cleaning my boots on the stone on the edge, just like wiping them off.
yeah, make a Constitution saving throw, Jake.
Be wiping something else off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, while this whole thing happens,
17.
All right, you're fine.
I am not surprised by their actions, but I'm deeply disappointed. And
Yeah, they are more absurdly offended than like, but they're not. They're elves. Like, they're stoic. They don't really let their anger show. This is more of like a, really, really,
Yeah.
what?
And
Why?
then
Why
I'm
would
just
you
gonna
do this?
I'm gonna sit at the edge. And I'm just gonna like look at the birds and look at the squirrels.
Yeah, you don't seem to feel anything different from the Moonwell. Both the elves seem fairly annoyed. Please don't do that again. Swimming at pool hours are between 2 and 4 p.m. Okay?
Wait, what? What?
You can just swim in the canal.
Maybe next time you could just ask, you know?
But you know,
I mean, this happens more often than you think. People hear about the magic of the Moonwell and they want to get a piece of it, but it doesn't work like that. You can't just take one bath. You have to be born into the Moonwell.
so
Wait,
if I have
people
a
give birth
baby
in
in the
that
moonwell,
Metaphorically speaking.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Arano was born in a moon well?
Metaphorically speaking.
he's a moon baby.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that word means.
It's good to see you, brother. And one of the elves that was sitting on the book that has been doing all the talking stands up and extends his hand out to Urano.
it's good to see you, brother. And I extend my hand out and shake.
My name is Argos.
My name is Arana. These are sometimes my friends, Thanigan, who you've met already, Stir, who is waving over there, and then the short one is Stick. And then Klein is... I'm getting to you, Klein. We don't always forget you. And then Klein is...
Arana's got my
back
back.
there.
Well, we have spent a lot of time around dwarves living here, so we're used to it. It's just a
I'm
pain
glad
when
you
we have
are.
to clean it like this.
How
But,
long did it take
after
to get
stopping-
used to him?
Well, after we tried stopping the first 50 dwarves that tried jumping into this, we just realized it was easier to clean it out than combat them at all times. They would try and sneak back in the middle of the night.
That's probably a good point.
Seems so hard to explain how the Moonwell works to them.
You should stop telling people that it gives you powers. I don't know why
Well,
I'm
it
strong
does.
bad, by the way. I just can't be
Ah!
honest right now.
It works. It works.
Can you tell him that y'all teleported this moon well over from the Darnasius? Because that's what y'all did, right?
Know how they got it here.
Usually it's they take a vial, and then once you pour the vial into a fountain, it will grow from there.
Bless it and turn it into one.
Exactly.
Oh, well. Ronald didn't explain that earlier.
So you guys built it here?
Yes. Well, in our attempts to grow relations with the humans here in Stormwind and strengthen our alliance, especially during the coming wars, and of course how they helped us defend the Great Tree 5 years back. It is time we stop being so separate. It's a slow process, as you can tell from how isolated us elves are here, but one step at a time.
Now, when you say great tree, is that Telumdrassil that Arano told me about?
Yes, Teldrassil.
Okay. We can't cut that down, climb. I saw the look in your face when she said big tree.
His eyes lit up a bit. All right, sorry, man.
When
Can't control
he's-
myself sometimes.
When he's talking about Teldrassil, I'm gonna not necessarily interrupt, but wait till he's done talking to them and ask. So, do you guys have any books around here about Teldrassil?
Actually, I have one in my house over there. You interested in learning about Teldrassil?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've got a journal that I've been reading through lately, but been looking for another book to read after this one.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. It's got a low DC.
While he's rolling that die, I'm gonna turn to Stir and say, yes, not only can you not cut it down, it's been said that it can't even burn down.
Klein, did you hear that? You can't even
17.
burn this thing down.
17
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yes, no way that, Archimon the Defiler could not kill it. No way fire could. Sure. One moment. And he runs off into his house. It doesn't appear that to him, foreigners, right? Non-elves, I guess would be the right term, ever seem to be interested. Got a, here, and it's a History of Darnassus, Volume 1.
Oh, thank you.
What are you gonna use that for? Propping doors open?
No, that's what you would use it for.
Right, or I use it to, like, if my table's a little wobbly, I'll just stick it right under there.
Yep, I'm sure you would. No, I'm gonna read it.
Stick, when you are done with that book, I would love to read it also.
Sure. I'd be glad to share it.
Thank you.
Well,
All
if
right.
this here Moonwell won't give me any powers, we may as well leave.
Yeah. We can head on over to the next area. Would be the Mage District. But I
Sorry
want
to
to, like...
disappoint you there. And then he sits back down. The other guy's still, like, kind of grumbling, fishing out all these, like, leaves and twigs that were on you from the entangle spell.
I'm gonna kind of look down and be like, sorry.
Thanks for not hurting him.
Yeah. It's okay. It happens more often than you would expect.
I know. I know it is.
I'm completely surprised by their reaction because in our homeland that would never be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In Darnassus, that would not be tolerated. But they've been here for who knows how many years at this point. How many dwarves and gnomes and humans, kids, teenagers. They hear the stories of the Moonwell. You have no idea how many times people have tried sneaking in at this point.
And
So
also-
I'm basically saying that I'm starting to adapt to that mindset.
Yeah.
Kind of understanding how it works.
They've had their will beaten down into submission at this point
By dwarves. Yes.
by dwarves, kids, teenagers.
Was this
So,
Lord of the Rings?
after everybody else has started walking away, I am going to turn back to the guy that I borrowed a book from, and I'm going to ask him, hey, so do you think it'd be okay if I got like a little bitty vial of the water out of there?
What are you going to use that for?
What for?
You're not there.
Oh, right.
Just to have? I mean, it seems kind of interesting. I mean,
Make a persuasion check.
I feel like this is going to be a little bit harder to convince.
Yeah,
That better
this
be
is
a
a high
20
DC.
or-
Yeah, it's 12.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
We're gonna have to replenish it a little bit after your friends splashed out most of it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Sorry about that again.
All good. If you can return that book when you're finished, well, when
Certainly.
your friend's finished, actually. But take care, little one.
Thank you.
Damn, you guys are filling your bag slots with books.
Yeah.
All right. As we leave the park, we're on the bridge towards the Mage District. I'm going to point out the stockades. That's like out in the water, kind of. I'm just going to say those are them stockades where they take the criminals. And there's a lot of those Defias people that I mentioned earlier that are in there as well.
A
You
lot
keep
of
bad
bad
guys
people
in
locked
the
up
city?
in there.
Of course they keep them in the city. What are you talking about? Where else would we keep them? Outside the city? Where they can roam free?
Haven't you ever read a comic book? You have a prison outside the city. They're gonna break out and attack. Keep them here. When they attack us,
We're already here, sleeping and... Oh.
Yeah.
Listen.
Okay. No, I mean,
Okay, Stick.
y'all do y'all, you know?
There's only been a breakout once every 2 to 3 months, so we're good.
Oh,
And look at all those guards that are out front. I mean, every time there's a breakout to add a new one, there's like what, 50 something? How much is 50?
It's a good question, sir.
It's a lot. But there's at least 2 that I can see. So we're gonna head into the mage quarter. I'm not going to.
And as you guys are getting closer, you immediately Arano, and a little bit of Thanigan too. You can feel the arcane energy in the air as this feels like an area where spells are casted often.
Hair stands up on the back of my neck.
Yeah, hair standing up a little bit back on there. You can feel the arcane. It's not anything intense or too much to handle, but you can tell that spells are frequently cast here. You can hear you can see people training in the distance, casting spells for the first time. You can hear explosions going off. Not very crowded here. Not many people have a reason to come here. It seems more of an area for learning, but...
All right, now, in this area, y'all need to be especially careful, because I've seen my buddy Karash get turned into a sheep for no apparent reason.
I was there for that one. That was crazy. Again.
It scared me. We didn't know if he would come back.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds later, he was back, so.
Yeah. That was scary.
I've heard of that spell. I believe it's called polymorph.
Poly who?
Is it
Who's
fun?
polyforcing?
It's the ability to change someone into an animal.
Yeah, I've seen my dad use that before. There was somebody that tried to break into our house one night.
Crash said it felt weird. He said he just had the sudden urge to poop. Like,
Yeah, he was.
I
real
never want to be
scared.
polymorphed.
Yeah,
And-
no, it doesn't look like fun.
And the people here don't take kindly to me. I don't know why. I think it's the way that I talk. I don't know.
I don't know. You're good people, man. Screw
Yeah,
that.
I try to be nice, you know. There's some good people here. There's a lot of goofy folks. Like, some people you can... I remember one time Crash and I were down here. We spent a few copper, and they showed a ton of magic tricks for like an hour. We were, like, obsessed. It was amazing. But anyway...
Cool.
And then we'll walk in, and I'll point out the big tower. Like,
Yeah.
That's the big mage tower. And apparently, if you go inside, there's a lot of fun activities you can do in there. Never been inside myself, but
You don't want to go
maybe
in?
we could all go in now. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
That's something you want to go do?
Are we allowed?
fun activities.
I hear the word
That's
fun,
what
and
I
I just
hear.
start marching up there. I'm not running,
Saw that.
but I'm like swiftly marching.
Okay.
Fun?
And at the
Okay.
bottom of the so the tower is massive. First of all, it's probably for a mage tower, based on where you guys have been. This is one of the biggest towers you've ever seen, and it's got a spiraling ramp that goes up the outside and eventually goes up into it. At the bottom of it are 2 guards, Stormwind guards, standing at the base of it.
I don't think they're gonna let us in, guys.
Yeah, I'll walk up. How you doing?
Greetings. How can I help you?
Well, we were just wondering, what exactly was this mage tower used for? I'm giving my friends here a tour of the city.
Well, it's used for a lot of arcane studies of the higher mages, and right now it's actually under construction as we are creating portals to far-off lands.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun, guys. I think I was lied to.
Yeah, I don't want to go through any portals. That sounds dangerous.
He
That
said
sounds
something about
really dangerous.
Do they
There's
work?
something about studying.
Oh, not yet. No, it's currently under construction, I'm afraid.
You know when they're
Well-
gonna finish it?
No idea. I am really not one of those arcane ones. I'm just kind of assigned to stand here and tell people what's going on.
Okay.
The guard's life, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
So you're basically saying that we can't go up right now?
Oh, absolutely not. No, it's highly dangerous up there. They are arcane things, you know, not really my forte, but every once in a while there's an explosion. A week ago, someone flew out a window and fell down and died. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we
I would not
shouldn't be
recommend
here.
going up there.
Yeah, it sounds pretty unsafe.
When it's finished, though, I heard they're trying to connect a way between here and Darnassus.
No
Oh,
way.
Really?
Yes, it'll be a way there.
That's
Wow.
really cool. Did you hear that, Arano?
I did. I've heard-
Instant teleportations.
Well, see, a lot of higher class mages already have the ability to teleport to places like Darnassus, as we have the beacon set up, but we're trying to create more of a stable portal, one that not just would require a mage to cast. It just kind of sits there forever, you know?
So something that it's like simple-minded folk like Stick here would be able to go through.
Hey.
Yes, everyone would be able to go through. That's the plan. Is to again, we're trying to build our relationships with those elves in the other continents, but and this would actually help that. It also makes trade easier and whatnot.
Well, why are you building it here if you could build it on the moon world if you're trying to make it good for the elves?
You know, that's not a question for me, I'm afraid. Again, I barely understand any of this.
That is a good question, though.
Wanting to see and just gain the knowledge of what's going on inside, I go up to the guard's nest. Is there anything that we could do to get in? I'm very curious of what's going on.
I am afraid not, my friend.
Do you know who's in charge?
Could one of you walk us up and we take a quick peek inside?
Well, I don't know who's in charge, but Lady Jaina visits here frequently. She's trying to set up portals all across the land.
Okay.
And you all know who Lady Jaina is. Again, there's like 6 or 7 people that everyone knows from just war stories.
Yeah. So, well, who do you report to?
Oh, well, I report to General Marcus Jonathan.
Oh.
Does he know where Jaina is?
I am sure he does, but I can't say for sure.
Let's find him.
I believe. Well, he's actually in the Old Town.
Oh, well, I think
we're going there.
Really wanting to get into this tower to find out what's going on. I turn around and let them know I'm heading there now, and I head off.
To Old Town?
To Old Town, yes.
Where
I want to find this guy.
Marcus Jonathan is. Is that?
All right, I'm gonna see Arana leave, and I'll say, "Wait up," and I'll follow.
Well, you're
behind.
Thanks for answering their questions. And Klein runs off and stir.
I guess I'll just
thanks,
follow our
guys.
tour guide. I don't know where I am.
Yeah,
I'm lost. I don't want to be stuck here, like locked outside of a tower. So I'm like, hey, wait up!
Yeah. Well, I don't want to lose Arana, so let's stick together. Stick.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this is where things begin to get hard to navigate as you guys enter the trade district.
I get
There
lost here
are
all the time in WoW.
hundreds of people around you. Lots of street vendors, people shouting back and forth at each other. Guards everywhere, like, randomly screaming, "Hey, knock that off! Get down from there!" Someone's trying to climb up on the well outside of the bank. There are lots of people here, though, but it's bustling with trade. There's, again, street vendors. Off in the distance, a stick, you see a shop that says Trias Cheese on the sign. There's a few weapons and armor shops. Of course, you have the Stormwind Counting House, which is the bank, and of course, you've got the inn, the fabled inn at the entrance of Stormwind, the Gilded Rose.
So, spotting the cheese place, the cheese shop, I'm gonna run up and tug on the back of Stir's pant leg and ask him, "Hey, can we go? Can we go in there?"
I ain't got no change. Oh, Stick. You need to. Where do you need to go?
The cheese place.
The cheese place. Yeah, I know that place. That's up to Arano. He seems to be in a hurry, but.
Arano, I would really like some cheese too, man. Come on.
Completely has never seen this many people on spot.
Yeah, it is intense here.
Wants to get out of the street.
Is a little taken back, and he says, "Okay, you guys go. I'm gonna go talk to a guard and find out where we need to go."
Okay, so let's break off then. Who's going with Arano and who's going with Thanagan?
Going to cheese.
Or not Thanagan, Stir.
Cheese.
I'll go.
Klein's gonna go with Stir. Okay, so Thanagan and Arano are gonna go talk to a guard, and then Klein, Stick, and Stir are gonna go get to the cheese. So let's you guys veer off to the side. Stir, Stick, and Klein, and you guys head up over to Trias Cheese, and inside there are 2 people, 1 man, 1 woman.
Can I see up on the counter, or is it like way up above my head?
It's got one of those glass counters, so like while you can't see over it, you can kind of see through it. It's a little bit the angles, of course, because of the mirrors are kind of throwing it off, but you can see through it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, howdy, folk. Busy day cutting the cheese.
Yeah, well, I had a nickel for every time I heard that one.
I know I've said it to you a couple times already.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, sir. What's up, my friend?
It's good to see you. You know, stick here. This little gnomish girl.
Hi.
She wanted to get some cheese. She loves cheese.
And
you got the best cheese.
Who you're assuming to be the man's wife steps forward. Well, we have lots of cheese, little one. We've got Dalaran Sharp, Dwarven Mild, Stormwind Brie, Darnassian Blue, Fine Aged Cheddar, and Altric Swiss.
Just wide-eyed.
A little bit
And
drool coming down.
Kind of drooling, yeah. Oh, wow. That's a lot of different kinds.
Well, we are Trieste Cheese, the best cheese shop in all the land.
Sounds pretty good.
I'll have Alteric Swiss while she's deciding.
Okay. Altric Swiss is the most expensive cheese.
Yep.
Okay. 2 gold for a nice little block of it.
Money well spent.
Okay.
It's a good sized chunk too. It's like, you know.
What's the middle of the road option?
Well, I would recommend some Dalaran Sharp, some Fine Aged Cheddar,
Okay, and what's the option just below that?
Stormwind Brie, Dwarven Mild, and of course Darnassian Blue is our cheapest of the cheese.
I mean, we're in Stormwind, right? So I'll get some of the Stormwind Brie.
Okay, and it's gives you a nice little triangular chunk of it.
Chunk.
1 gold piece.
That's pretty good cheese.
It's good cheese, I'm telling you.
For that price, it better be good.
Hey, sir, can I get a little piece? Never had Alteric Swiss.
Yeah, of course you can, man. This is the best cheese there is.
He immediately takes the piece and starts chewing on it.
So
Wow.
wait, so mine was 1 gold?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, anything else I can do for you?
You know, I don't think Thanigan would want any, so I think we're okay here.
Yeah. Take care, sir, the man says.
Thank you.
You know
With
him as
cheese.
Ben.
Thanks, Ben. And then,
They head off.
yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do the tour of the trade district. I'm just gonna go, bam, that's the auction house. Bam, that's the bank. Bam, that's the tavern.
There's no auction house.
In the trade district?
There is no auction house in Classic.
Yeah, I think that's.
Only
It
in
depends on the
Ironforge.
patch.
There
It
It depends on
is.
the patch.
Depends on the patch.
I don't
Depends
think
on
it's
the
there in
patch.
1.12.
It's in this corner.
It is there in 1.12.
Yeah,
It was
it
like
is?
around the corner. I remember that.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
remember it coming
It's a
later.
They moved it
different
here
door.
later.
Because it was just Ironforge at first.
Maybe it is there. Okay.
Yeah, it's off to
Should
the
be
side.
there.
But as he starts doing this tour, he looks around like, wait, where's Thanigan and Arano? Let's go ahead and jump over to them. You guys are.
Oh no.
You can easily find a guard. They're everywhere.
I walk up to the guard and say, "Is this Old Town?
No, this is the trade district.
And how do we get to Old Town?"
He points off to the side there, past the cheese shop, straight that way. Why you going to Old Town?
We're looking for a gentleman who runs the guards.
But we're looking for Jaina.
Jaina
'Cause
is
I'm
probably
looking
not
for-
here right now. But the man who runs the guards is the general. But he's in Old Town right now.
All right. How do you deal with all of these people?
You shout really loud, and every once in a while you pull out your sword.
He's well
Fair
practiced.
enough.
I like it.
Eventually, you just got to get used to it, Elf. I'm sorry. It's I know it can be a bit much at first, especially this time of year, as it's the best time to travel.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
All right. I'm going to turn around and look for the rest of the party. I know they went to the cheese shop, so I'm going to.
Yeah, you can see as you look towards them, they're coming out with
Yeah.
stick and stir, looking very happy with little chunks of cheese in their hand.
And we see
Alright.
Arando's white hair just towering over
Expensive cheese.
most people.
So we're just gonna wave you guys down, and I'm gonna like just go to around and be like, so you think this guy knows where Jaina is?
From what I hear, she's one of those mages who can pretty much go where she wants, so he might not.
I'm
A different
disappointed.
level of authority when it's Jaina Proudmore, you know.
Well, I know. I still want to find her. I sound so sad.
So you guys group back up. Stick's got her cheese and she's nibbling on it and looks very pleased.
All right, the guard says that Old Town is this way.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we could have told you that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget. There's so much going on that I just.
So I'll have to take in, man. My first
No,
time here, I peed like 3 times.
It's really loud here too.
I couldn't find bathrooms. Like, it's hard to find one here. Like, where do you go to the bathroom here? I tried peeing into the canals once, and I got thrown in by a guard.
Yeah, that's probably. That
Yeah,
sounds
people,
about right.
people fish in the canal, so.
They
You
do.
you could probably just ask a guard where a restroom is.
Yeah, probably most of these shops got some too. I mean,
Well, I know where one is now. Thanks, sir. He kind of storms off towards the old town.
all right, let's go to Old Town.
Okay. As you guys enter Old Town, I mean, you know where the keep is, the armory that is there, sir. So you could lead them straight there.
Yeah, this is Old Town. It's not much. It's Old Town. It's where it all started. Buildings are smaller than everywhere else. Yeah, there's not a lot of people here, and the people that are here are a little sketchy, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a few shops here, you know, some armor shops, but they don't seem to get much service anymore. This is, again, the Old Town.
If anyone's
So-
interested in skinning animals, I know Thanigan is. There's a well-known skinner here as well in Old Town.
I'm gonna shift my gold pouch from the side of my hip round to the front like a fanny pack.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then we'll head to the tower or the keep.
Okay. You guys head down to the keep. There's several guards standing outside. Doesn't seem to be as many civilians going past them. What people are here in this area, they're really not going towards the armory. So.
I'm just gonna say, hello. We were sent by.
Hi.
Yeah, we were sent by Lieutenant Jura to talk to someone about getting a mission or something. We're supposed to talk to General.
We got
General.
this paper.
The guard kind of adjusts his helmet as it doesn't seem to be fitting properly, and he's kind of shifting as he's trying to rebalance his spear.
We got
And he
this
looks over to
paper
the guard
from
next to him. He's like, he's new. Let me see your report. I know Lieutenant Jura, yes. And takes a look at the
order.
paperwork. So Stick, Klein, Stir, Thanigan, and Arano, correct?
That's us.
That's right.
Correct.
Okay, well, you're going to want to speak to the general. Go ahead and take them there, kid. And he hands the document to the first guard you spoke to. All right, sir. And kind of readjusts his helmet, picks up his spear as he's flinging it behind him. It almost slams into you, Stick. You got to kind of duck out of your way as he kind of just readjusts himself. And
Easy
careful of that thing, kid. And yes, sir. And he just kind of ends up leading you towards the armory. There's 3 directions you can go. There's one closed doors to the right. There seems to be 2 guards standing out front of it. No one that you've seen so far has gone into it. There's a way to the left and to straight ahead, and you guys end up going straight ahead. It's passing through a little bit of a courtyard and eventually heading up towards a building, and that is where we're going to take our first break.
Hey.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, guys. Commercial break. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay tuned. Roll Need is directly supported by listeners like you. Visit patreon.com/rollneed.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second part of week 4. Thank you for waiting with us during that break, but we are ready to get back into it. The party had just been, or just arrived to Old Town, where they are going into, looks like a very fortified building. They're led by a young new guard as you guys follow through and enter the doorway. And inside, there's maps everywhere, and on the main table there are 4 men. Standing around a map with a bunch of little markings and tacks and pieces on it, and they are brooding over it heavily.
Aha! What are you men doing over here?
They will all look up suddenly at you. Sir, we have more recruits, mercenaries that have been sent here by Lieutenant Jura. The one wearing full plate almost. Yes, please, come on in, my friends. Let me see the documentation. He looks it over. Okay, Stanigan, Stick, Stir, Klein, and Arano. You are all present, yes?
I'm gonna partially, or I guess make my best attempt at standing at attention and give like a awkward salute.
Well, he gives you a salute in return. Well, I am General Marcus Jonathan. I am in charge of the guards right now, as High Lord Bolvar Dragon is ruling in the King's stead until Anduin is of age. But I am the one in charge of the guards right now. You guys are here for mercenary work, it seems, yes?
Aye.
Wendigo. Wow. Very impressive. Well, we are looking to hire men as times are not good right now. And he points to the map.
What about a woman?
Women too, yes. Women as well. We are
Thanks, sir.
not sexist in the Stormwind Guard. And he points to the map here, and there's a big red X. It looks like it is a map of Hillsbrad Foothills, and there is a big red X over Southshore. It hasn't spread to the people yet, but a few nights ago we got bad news. We lost Southshore. It is been taken by the Horde at Terran Mill.
Where'd they take it?
Oh no.
They took it over. They positioned their men in it and forced any survivors to retreat back into the boats, and they retreated to Theramore for now, or excuse me, Menethil. But we are looking to mount an assault again against the Horde to reclaim Southshore and eventually push them back to Tarn Mill.
I'm going to turn to Thanigan and say, Theramore, I think that's where Jaina resides.
Well, let's go.
We're going to Theramore?
Well, the captain never said Theramore. That was me misspeaking. I meant to say
yeah.
Menethil.
Fine.
Theramore was never mentioned.
Yeah, that's nowhere near. Why would they retreat Theramore? Okay, Menethil Harbor.
But we've lost Southshore, and well, we're having to. We're looking to take it back, and that's why you guys are here.
Haha, sign me up.
Is it just going to be us 5 taking back Southshore?
Actually, my friend, we will not be hiring you to take Southshore. I'm sorry if there was a misunderstanding there. We are actually in the process of training new recruits. We will be pulling guards from all of our positions, towers, footholds across the land, and replacing them with the recruits in 2 to 3 weeks' time when they are done training. We are hiring mercenaries to man their posts, and that is what we would be looking for you to do, is simple guard duty. We're not comfortable.
I didn't come all the way here to Stormwind to stand around and be a guard. I want to see the world.
That sounds like easy work, easy coin.
Hang on. Where do you need guards at? Like, exactly?
Well, for you, we would be sending you to Redridge.
Well, can I be a guard here in Stormwind and you send another guard to Redridge?
No. If we were to hire you lots, you'd be going to Redridge.
Okay.
You guys ever been there?
Well, are we
I have not.
Been there a couple times, but
talking patrol
not very
duty
much.
or just kind of lingering around all day?
Oh, well, you'd be doing the normal guard duty, whether it's helping the citizens, fend off beasts. I mean, it's, again, very... There could be monsters in the area. You know, sometimes the wildlife gets out of control. Sometimes the general populace needs help. Just standard guard duty.
I did
You'd be
hear
there
that.
for 2 to 3 weeks, until our fresh batch of recruits are ready to replace you. We'll be pulling all of our seasoned guards and sending them up north, I'm afraid. But we're going up against Thrall's horde in Southshore. We will not be sending any untrained souls there.
I did hear that they have some. Sometimes they have some out-of-control boars over there in Red Ridge.
Yeah, boars, spiders, little dragon whelplings every once in a while.
Dragons.
Orc issues in the area, but
Sign me up. All you had to say was dragons.
well, dragon whelps. You know, nothing too big, as far as I'm aware. About
Sounds more my size then.
actually,
might
they're
look like a
about your
dragon to
size.
you, Stick.
But sorry if there's any misunderstanding. We will not be sending untrained recruits against Thrall's horde. That would be a bloodbath.
Well, that's
Yeah,
okay.
no,
I wasn't looking
don't
forward to
think I
that
wanna do
anyway.
We're just looking to hire you for 2 to 3 weeks' time. Pay you 250 gold each when the job is done.
Come again?
250 each?
Oh yes, it's for 2 to 3 weeks of work. You're guarding our people. Again, Lieutenant Jorah has vouched for you, so
Sign me up.
Yeah,
I could get
no,
myself
I'm
a
gonna be
nice
guarding
weapon with that.
Redridge for 2 to 3 weeks
Jumping up and down.
for 250 gold. Yeah,
he seems
I
a
can-
little taken aback at the sudden swing in personality from Bannigan, wanting to retreat and then immediately dive back into it. Of course, I mean, Lieutenant Jorah did not fill you in on the information.
No, he kind of just drank.
I
kind
don't
of a
remember
drunk.
much from that night, to be honest.
That's Lieutenant Jorah. He is the best at what he does. He actually gets more people here than, well, any of our other recruiters. So.
Yeah, no, I
Oh, he
can see
paid for
why.
our drinks, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He makes
Oh,
good money.
Speaking of money, what about this tram ticket?
Yeah, do you guys
Oh
validate
yeah.
tickets? And I'm gonna hold my ticket up.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Lieutenant
like,
Jorah said that
I'm
he
gonna
would
slap it on the
reimburse us
table.
for the tram ticket fee because we had to come from Ironforge.
Sure. When the job is complete and you return to Stormwind, we will pay you each 251 gold.
That
Got
sounds
yourself
fair.
a deal.
Yeah,
I think.
no, that's good.
Does that sound fair, my friends? And he seems like a good and jolly. I mean, he's got a stern expression because he's been losing his men up north, but
Is there
he
any
seems like
way
good
we could-
people.
Is there any way we could also have access to the tower, the mage tower?
Absolutely not. No way. It's so dangerous up there. Explosions happen all the time, and it's currently under construction. There's no reason for you to go up there.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not a safe place for anybody, let alone people like
But
us.
he's a druid.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not.
Well,
a
I'm not
mage.
disrespecting your arcane powers. We've had people die in this process.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
I understand, and I
Literally, some guy flew out of a window. It was crazy.
Was he trying to fly or?
Yeah,
No,
how'd they fly?
explosion. They were just trying to stabilize
Oh.
the portal. It went flying out the window.
Oh.
Oh
Ah.
man, I don't know if I'd even want to use them when they're done after hearing that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to go there.
Magic is unstable like that. That's why I stick to my sword.
Yeah, I'll stick with the stable gnomish engineering like the tram. That sounds better.
Nothing wrong with that tram, that's for sure.
Hasn't done me wrong yet.
It was pretty painful.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, you didn't even warn us.
It's a tram. You should have known.
So Redridge, tell me more about it.
Never mind.
Well, it's a little
They
bit
got a
east
lake.
of the logging camp in Elwyn. Nice lake, good scenery. Again, sometimes there's a bit of an orc problem, as
Orcs.
every once in a while, but that's what the guards are there for. For the most part, though, you should expect a lot of standing around and just protecting the people. We need you on your toes. That's why we're hiring mercenaries, and we know that you can defend us. But it'll just be simple guard duty for the most part.
Do they
I
have?
mean, I can't
gonna-
promise anything. If the Thord happened to attack Redridge out of nowhere, sorry about that, but I didn't know.
I know
Well,
how it
that's
is.
why you're paying us the big bucks, right?
Yes, we pay our guards very well, even if it's just mercenaries temporarily.
Is there lodging for us while we're there?
Yes, actually. There's an inn that you'll be staying at.
Oh, perfect.
And we just let them know we gotta hand them something, or
Is there paper we have to show them, I'm assuming?
Well, you will be reporting to, Guard Burton there. He will not be leaving when we send away the rest of the guards. He'll be
What
your
was his
kind
name
of
again?
commanding. Guard Burton.
Can you spell that for me?
Burton?
Berton.
Thanks.
He'll be kind of your commanding officer while you're there. He'll tell you what to do, where to stand, etc. We can't just leave you guys unaccompanied there, but the rest of you, I mean, you should be fine. Again, nothing
do
serious.
do we get our good weaponry and armor here, or are we picking that up in Red Ridge?
Unfortunately, again, with the war going on, we cannot spare any tools. Again, you guys being accomplished adventurers, you killed a massive Wendigo.
Yeah.
Your tools should be fine for this. Again, it is simple guard duty. You know, we're not sending you off against anyone crazy.
So what if,
Good
could I,
try,
like,
Star.
Maybe convince you to maybe spare maybe one healing potion for us, maybe, while we're there? You know, just in case? You said it yourself, the Horde could attack.
Make a persuasion check
Yeah.
with that pathetic attempt to persuade.
And how about means of transportation? Are we gonna be provided horses?
Oh, no, you'll have to walk there again. Our
We're
resources
hoofing it.
are pretty tied up.
13.
Unfortunately, again, our resources are incredibly tied up. We
Oh,
just
yeah, I
lost
get it,
Southshore.
Sure,
I mean,
sure,
he
sure.
points towards the big red X on the map. We can't spare anything right now. I wish I could. If this was a different times, I mean, absolutely. We're having to hire mercenaries to guard our our towns and our
Right,
towers.
right. So,
Kind of in desperate need right now.
I also noticed you said that it was going to be 2 or 3 weeks. Is the pay based on how long we're there?
It's just for the whole mission. It's not by the hour.
Oh, okay. Well, how long? I feel like
Is
we
it
might
2
get
weeks or is it
stuck
3?
There.
It's until the recruits come and take your position and send you off.
So,
Whenever they're ready.
at best 2 weeks, at worst case 3?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Assuming they survive.
Well,
Well, we're training them here. So
Oh, they're
Yes,
just
there
being
are.
trained.
yeah, we're training a new batch of recruits. When that training is
Got
finished,
it.
they will replace you. And we're having you pull away the more experienced guards to our war up north. Damn horde at Tar and Mill, man. Constant war between those two towns, and
Sounds pretty rough.
they got the upper hand on us.
well, let me tell you, if
Well.
there's orcs to kill at Red Ridge, we'll do them killing good.
I appreciate that. And so you guys are on board. I haven't heard much from you, Elf.
I am on board.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah, he's
He,
he's
do-
in.
he doesn't talk
doesn't
much.
talk much.
I wasn't really planning on committing to this, but 251 gold, I could buy myself a nice axe. I mean, I could really get some good cutting axes with that.
Yeah.
What do you
could.
think, sir?
Sure could.
You know, 250 gold's a lot. That's a lot of gold.
There's a lot of trees we have to cut down to make that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
a lot
All
of
right, I'm
trees.
in. I'm in if Sir's in.
Of course I'm in. And you know what? I bet there's trees in Red Ridge.
Oh, hell yeah.
He thinks we're going to be standing around, but little does he know, we're going to be building up them exhaustion points quick.
Yes, build up those exhaustion points. Good on you, sir. Well, all right then. He taps the shoulder of the guy next to him. Take them and get them outfitted and send them on their way then. Unless you have any more questions for me. We are fairly busy here with the war and all.
Now, you said that we'd mostly be seeing, like, spiders and boar and dragons, but
Little dragon whelps. They usually don't come too close to the city.
are there any, like, I don't know, rare type enemies that we might encounter in Red Ridge? Or, you know, something that wouldn't commonly walk through?
Not that I am aware of, I'm afraid. Red Ridge is pretty tame for the most part. We don't get too much action up there.
Anything scarier than a Wendigo we might run into?
I mean, again, the occasional orcs, the ferocious beasts, but
Sure.
they're untrained compared to the ones we're fighting up north.
Okay.
Sounds good. And when we're done, we just report back to Guard Burton.
Yes, I mean, he'll be your main point of contact for this, and whenever you're done, he'll send you back to Stormwind for your pay.
Oh, we got to come back here for the pay.
Yes.
All right. Do we agree, squad? Where are we dropping?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Where do I sign?
Yes, I agree.
Please follow. This. He puts his hand on his shoulder. This is Captain Douglas. He will take you, get you your tabards, and get your paperwork signed out, and let you know where to go.
Do we get to keep the tabards when we're done?
I feel like we might have to turn them back in.
Depends on what you do when you're done with this. If you're looking for more work in the Stormwind Guard, we can continue from there. But once the business with us is done, we just can't have people walking around with our tabards and personating guards and whatnot. So they will need to be returned, unless they're destroyed, of course, in combat.
That's true. That may happen.
Shouldn't happen though, right?
Should it happen?
Okay.
Sure. Right. Yes. And he immediately just goes back to pondering over the map.
Insight check.
So if we misplace,
go ahead and make an insight check.
Hang
Sure.
on, I want to know if he's trying to pull one over on us now.
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh, great. 18.
He does not seem to be pulling one on over you. He's in the middle of a war right now, and he just lost one of his biggest cities.
Okay.
He's stressed. He's been doing his best to put a smile up in front of you guys. But the idea of pulling guards and sending them up north to where they could potentially die again is weighing on him.
Yeah.
They lost an entire city in this situation, so
Yeah.
That makes sense.
he does not seem to be trying to pull anything over on you. He just seems a little absent-minded right now, a little bit stressed out.
Fair.
Yeah, but Captain
when-
Douglas, go ahead, Arno.
I said, well, when do we head off?
Well, Captain Douglas is pulling you away right now, and General Marcus is not paying attention to you guys anymore. He's back to looking at the map. Come this way. I'll have you fill out your paperwork, and we'll get you suited with your tabards. Set you into a side room, puts your contracts in front of you. Instead of being the one that was before that had all 5 of your names, he drafts up individual contracts for you. It just says 2 to 3 weeks of guard duty and reporting to Guard Burton, 251 gold on completion.
Klein, can you write my name on mine, please?
Yeah, sure, but I got your report. And Klein signs his and stirs for stir.
Thank you.
I want to check to make sure there's no fine print.
Okay, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Come on, Arano, just sign it. We're all going.
You don't got to read that. No one does.
Yeah, nobody ever reads the whole contract.
He gave us the gist of it.
Fine.
No. The guard that wrote it up doesn't seem to have the best
No.
penmanship, so it's a little bit like chicken scratch. But you don't see anything. It's pretty basic contract.
Okay, I sign it.
And you sign yours as well, Thanigan?
Yeah, just kind of going over it, reading like guard duty, yeah, just kind of pretending to read over it, but not actually reading over it. Just want to look like I'm, doing my shit because I don't want to be one of the dinguses. Then I'll sign.
Okay.
You need Klein to sign that for you?
I could sign. I got really good penmanship, and he actually shows you his signature, and it's beautiful.
He's an
I'm just
artist.
like, wow,
actually.
okay. No, I'm just gonna write Blunder Blast in like huge letters.
Okay. So and then the guard, Captain Douglas takes his stamp and stamps all of them. All right. And hands you back your contracts. Turn these when your completion with Guard Burton's signature, and best of luck, and take care of our people there.
You're wishing us luck to staying around for 2 to 3 weeks?
Again, never know.
Could get bad. You never know.
I'll be like, I'm just gonna throw my gun up against my shoulder and just be like, "Don't you worry one bit, sir."
And he kind of like points it away from his face. Don't worry, I won't be as long as you're not. And he leads you guys out back into the street into Old Town.
They'll never
right.
know we were here.
But you guys were all given tabards, and they actually had gnome-sized tabards for you.
Oh boy.
You guys can choose to wear them whenever you want. You're not required to.
Elf-sized taverns.
Yes, they got plenty of tabards of different lengths and heights and builds and whatnot.
So we
They're
don't have
not
to
the
go to the
standard
tailor.
Stormwind armor or Stormwind Guard tabard. It's a little less flashy, and you guys, most of you recognize this as it's like temp work type of tabard. It's not the
Scout
official
tabard.
Stormwind, but yeah, it's a
They're
scout's
Scout
tabard.
tabards.
Scout's tabard.
I'm putting mine on.
I'm just excited to have gotten clothing from somebody
Yeah.
that's not my parents. These look really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine on as well.
Yeah.
Gonna kind of follow suit. A little confused about why we need this, but I'm gonna put it on.
Well-
I guess they don't wear these over where you're from, Hamarano.
No, we definitely do not.
What is the quality of the cloth? Can I inspect it? Just kind of.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, my I always roll investigation. It's -1. Feels bad. Okay, so I get a 2.
It feels
Might be a
like it's really nice cloth, man. It feels good.
Yeah,
Might be
I'm
rub
just,
it between your fingers.
just gonna feign that I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, this must be made from mage weave. It's very fine cloth.
Daydream, huh?
Skeptically look over at him.
Cool.
How do you know that, Danigan?
You know, I read it in a book.
Oh, you
hell
read?
yeah.
What
Mage weave.
They wrote a book about Stormwind tabards.
It makes sense. Look at this threading. It's all intricate and stuff. Like a mage did it, and they weaved it really well.
I'm surrounded by morons. And
I
I'm
think
Yeah.
it's pronounced wovid.
start walking out of the building.
Mage wove. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys are already on the street right now.
Okay.
Outside.
We're like walking through the street, like
armor.
Yeah, we're
touching our
just trying to head
cloth.
out.
All right, so where to now? Are we going straight there?
Did you
Yeah,
guys
I
want
mean, I
the
wanted
rest
to
of
show
it?
you guys the Valley of Heroes on the way out.
Didn't we tell Koresh that he might
Oh,
be interested in coming with us?
we did, but he didn't have a contract.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we could probably vouch for him, right?
Maybe.
Or
We
just
can go
ask
back
if
if you guys want to, but
we can bring a priest with us for help, maybe?
And no way I'm walking all the way back there. Just like,
I'll go get him.
you want to go all the way to the cathedral? Come
Okay,
on,
I got a
man.
better
Like,
idea. How about this? Danigan, you, me, and whoever else wants to go, we'll go back to the pub that I saw, or that Stir pointed out in the tree.
oh yeah, that's what I'm talking
And
about.
then, Stir, you can go talk to Koresh and ask if he would like to come with us.
Cool, and I'll meet y'all there.
We'll meet you at the pub.
What time is it?
Oh, it's still fairly early. I mean, you guys woke up early and then immediately got on the tram hungover. I'd say we're looking at 11 a.m. probably.
Cool. I don't want to interrupt.
We walked around the
Have
whole
service.
city in like an hour.
I'd say well, an hour and a half. I mean, you guys woke up at what, like 8 a.m. Took the tram, been here about an hour, 2 hours, right?
Okay, sweet, we're fast.
I don't remember what time we left Ironforge to the tram last session.
It was early.
It was early, yeah.
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 I feel like it was like
think
9
so.
or 10, but I mean,
Okay, then we could say it's closer to noon then.
Oh.
Closer to
Either way.
noon.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just gonna book it to the Cathedral District like a brisk, almost a jog. My chainmail's like. Chick, chick, chick.
I like the pub idea.
Okay, yeah, come with us then.
Okay, so the rest of you will
Klein,
go.
you gonna go with Stir?
All right, you guys head over to
Fine.
the Gilded Rose. No, I'm drinking. Hell yeah. And
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you-
All right, yeah, come with us.
First
bud.
time since you guys have been with them, Klein has opted to not follow Stir. Getting a little bit more comfortable with you guys, but he's gonna go get drunk.
And I'm just gonna run to Karash.
Okay, let's just go ahead and do that then. A brisk jog takes you about 15 minutes to get to the cathedral, but you do end up running inside. A little bit of weird looks as you run by people. A couple of priests kind of step back as you come jogging through, and
Sweating and stinking.
Sweating.
Crash is this time is sitting at a pew reading a book.
Hey, Karash.
Ah, you came back. What's up, my friend?
Oh, not much. We just got these contracts for the mission we're supposed to do. We're going to Red Ridge to stand around or something and wait for the recruits to come take our spots. Is that something you'd be interested in? Actually, here, and I hand him the contract.
Gives it a look over. First of all, Stir, you could have gotten a lot more money out of this. I don't know why you agreed to 250 gold, but excuse me, 251 gold, but could have easily gotten 400 from the guards.
I was thinking that too, but he seemed a little upset, so I didn't want to push his buttons and try and haggle when he's in need.
I don't know if Red Ridge is for me. I've never been there before, and you know how people get startled seeing orcs.
Yeah. He said there might be an orc problem there too.
Yeah, that does not sound like a good place for me at all. They have an orc problem. An orc walking in there would not be well suited for me personally. Where are you going after them? Do you know?
Well, we're just gonna be in Red Ridge for a couple weeks. Could be up to 3 weeks, or whenever the recruits show up. After that, we're just gonna come back to Stormwind and cash in.
Well, when you come back, let me know, and I'll perhaps go with you someplace else. I don't know if I want to go to Red Ridge, though. Sorry, sir.
All right, that's fine. I understand. You'll be here, right? Where you
Yes,
always at?
And, next time you get a contract, bring it to me first, and maybe we can get you more money. This is abysmal pay. Jeez.
I'm not too interested in the money, but I'll keep
Crash
that in
the
mind.
lawyer.
Standard, sir. And he puts a hand on her shoulder. But thanks for thinking of me, friend, and return to me when you're back. It's been a while. I'd like to spend a little bit more time with you.
You got it. I would love to hang out with you too, and it would be great if we went on some adventures together.
I
And
would
then
love that.
Give him a big hug,
Yeah, and gives you a very mighty hug back.
Alright.
And
and I start.
goodbye, brother.
I like briskly start jogging out the cathedral, and then I stop, and I turn around and I run back to Crash. And I'm like, I'm gonna need that contract. Sorry.
Oh,
Forgot.
yes. My mistake. My mistake. Here, and he gives it to you. Hey, here, you want some
Thanks.
jerky?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
All right. And he just shoves more in his mouth and goes back to sitting and reading.
See you later.
Goodbye, my friend.
And I head to the tavern.
I have to ask, does the character talk about jerky in the game or something?
This is a made-up character.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
there an orphan that isn't an orc? He just doesn't have a name?
There is, but this is
That's where we got the
Um,
idea.
he's-
Oh,
this is from Stir's backstory.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Different orc though.
So back at the tavern, or
In normal WoW, you don't really get to see this, but I would assume like if WoW was a DMD world, there would be outliers, trolls, orcs, basically
yeah.
anything but undead that would be
There'd be no undead, yeah.
sparkled about in the other
There
factions.
Might be undead in the Warlock Tavern, or at the bottom of the Warlock Tavern.
That is true.
Huh.
But that would be the only place possible.
But yeah, but we're going with more D&D type realistic thing.
No,
right?
yeah,
There would be like 1 or 2 outliers.
Yeah.
But Stir's gonna jog back. You guys, the rest of you jump back to Klein and Stick, Thanagan, and Arano. You guys enter the Gilded Rose. Very packed in here. It is intense, and as you look around, there are very few seats available. And as you enter, a barmaid woman looks at you guys. How many do you have?
Fire.
Yeah, there's only 4 of us now, but we got 1 more coming, maybe 2.
So 5 total or 4 total? What is it?
5.
Anywhere between 4 and 6.
Okay, let me just see what I can do here. And she's like yelling at people, move there, move there. Come on, you're a group of 2, group of 3. She's like screaming at these people. Very different atmosphere compared to the dwarven hospitality of the Stonefire Inn that you were in before. This is a lot more chaotic. There's a lot more drunken men here.
In the middle of the day.
It is the middle of the day, and it is packed, filled to the teeth, and people are shouting and screaming at each other, but no one
drink
seems
and
to be shocked at her screaming and yelling at people to move around, but she's guiding people. And how long's your friend going to be? Because I can't hold a 5th seat that long if I'm doing all this moving.
I mean, he should be back in like maybe 20 minutes.
All right, well, here, and she cleared out a little space. It's not exactly at the same table. There's 3 chairs at one table with a 2 human men sitting there drinking, and next to another table with 2 chairs that has 2 elves and a gnome sitting at it.
So we got a 3 and 2 set up.
Yeah, but you're like the 3 and 2 are beside each other, so you could all converse. It's just not at the same table. Like everything's
Okay.
very packed and cramped in here.
That makes sense. Oh, okay, thank you.
Can I get you anything to drink?
Of course, yeah. Whatever ale you guys are serving.
Everyone else?
Do you have
Ow.
any moonberry juice?
Sure. Okay. Yes, I can get that. And she goes in the back, grabs 5 drinks. One of them's a blueberry juice, and slams them down in front of you. And food?
No, we're good.
Okay. And she just goes back into cleaning. It's a very chaotic mess in here, but
Man, she's pretty busy.
sometimes she somehow manages.
So I'm gonna start drinking my drink, and I just want to look around and see like if there's anything interesting. Other, maybe trying to find you. All I've heard about in Stormwind so far is like there's guards, there's a good mix of people, then Defias, and I want to just kind of be like, are these Defias here? Because this place seems kind of like there could be some riffraff maybe. Perception, my favorite roll. Ooh, yeah, 18.
No shady type.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it just seems like a bunch of mainly travelers, a few regulars that are a little bit drunker than they should be at noon, couple screaming dwarves. It's just more of overcrowded than anything else. It's not like it's a destructive atmosphere. It's just there shouldn't be this many people in here. If there was a fire code, they would be breaking it.
I'm gonna stand up on my chair and look around and see if I can see any gnomes.
Yeah, the table that had 2 chairs available at it had a gnome sitting at it.
Is it the only gnome I see?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Perception 13.
That is the only gnome you can see. As you're like standing up on your chair, look around, you just can't see anything.
Okay.
There's just so many.
Male or female gnome?
There's a male gnome.
Can I tell how old he is?
Looks to be about mid-50.
Okay. I'll sit back down and start quietly drinking my drink.
Okay.
I'll pull out the book that I got from the druid. I already forgot his name, and lay it on the table and start slowly like browsing through it.
Okay.
The forward.
It just talks about the tree and the destruction of the construction of Darnassus, which is still fairly relatively new.
Okay. That's all I'm doing.
Darnassus, I mean, isn't. And it's a book about Darnassus, so.
Yeah.
I'm still making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Oh yeah, let's just say you walk in at this point, sir.
All right.
Just for the sake of brevity.
I turn and
friends.
see him, and I put my hand up and wave him down.
I clearly see Arano, so I head to Arano.
Yeah. There's a few elves in here. I mean, there's a lot of every race in this inn. It's a trade district, so people who like money are here, and all races like money.
That's fair.
Yeah, so, oh, thanks for the drink, by the way. Crash didn't want to come. He made a good point. He said something, he's an orc, and there might be orcs up there, and the people around Red Ridge might not like him being there, so it'd be best if he just doesn't come, I think.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
It's probably a good point.
I didn't think about that. I would like to hang out with Crash. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, he said when we get back, we can go talk to him, and he said he might tag along on our next journey if we have one.
Well, we'd be glad to have him.
Yeah, he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with. So, we finish these drinks and we want to head to Red Ridge, or are we gonna stay the night and then head out in the morning?
Well, it's only noon.
Yeah, plenty of daylight
still
left.
early.
May as well head there.
Get on the road,
Get there. How long would it take, probably?
You're the local.
Yeah, you've been there before. We haven't.
I'm asking the DM.
Red Ridge.
Oh, okay.
To get to Red Ridge, probably good 16 hours. There are a lot of stops along the way. You have Goldshire, and you go through all of Elwyn, and you gotta go through the border of Red Ridge.
So I'm just gonna let him know.
So I'd say closer to like 14 hours, probably.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take all day to get to Red Ridge, and I mean we could leave now and get there probably in the middle of the night sometime. But
Is there a stopping point? Like somewhere halfway?
Yeah, well, not technically halfway, but we could go to Goldshire. They've got a really, really fun inn that we could all hang out at for the night. And it's just right outside Stormwind. Well, it's a bit of a walk, but
Used to be fun.
yeah, used to be fun, but
What do you mean?
no, it's still fun.
What happened?
I don't know if we should talk about it here because there's guards everywhere, but the great King Anduin decided to eliminate all brothels in the area, and the Lion's Pride Inn used to be the best brothel in all of the land. Used to walk in there, there'd be people dancing on the tables topless. It was awesome.
But now people dance on the tables with their tops on. It's still fun, Klein.
Yeah, I guess.
I think you guys would enjoy it.
I don't know about that.
And they serve alcohol and cheese.
Okay, I guess.
I don't know if they do. I'm lying at this point.
Yeah, they definitely do. In game, at least. Well, you know, I'm done with my beer, so let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
So we'll stay the night at Goldshire, and then we'll head out in the morning to get to Red Ridge.
Yeah, I guess we'll make our way to Goldshire then. How do we
Thoughts?
get out? The only way I know into the city is from that tram, though.
Or we can go through the Valley of Heroes. I can show you guys all the cool statues that they built around there.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. You think we're tall stick? Wait until you see these guys. And I walk out the tavern.
Hey, I
Follow
just
right
did so
behind.
much rearranging and you're leaving in 20 minutes?
Yeah, we said we'd only take about 20 minutes.
They pay for the drinks, right? That's the service you offer.
I'm not gonna lie,
Get
the
out.
ale kind of sucks.
Think
Get out
again.
of my inn. Get out.
Sorry about that. Okay, bye.
The ale does suck, though, doesn't it, Thanigan?
It's not like Ironforge ale. It's weak.
It's not at all.
It is fairly weaker in comparison, for sure.
They gotta water it down for all those people.
Exactly. You know, that tavern's all about making money. But anyway,
So you guys head out of the inn and make your way to the Valley of Heroes.
this is it. Y'all look up and you see the
Whoa.
statues. You know, it says their names on them, but I haven't quite memorized them yet.
Really? I mean, they've got statues of them that are this big, and you guys don't just, like, remember who they are?
Oh, I mean, I kind of know who they are. I would have to walk up to it and get a good look at the statue before I could tell you which one it is.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, there they are.
And it's a beautiful sight. I mean, these are massive. These are massive statues, well designed, great architecture. Are you guys going to expect them closer?
I'm gonna take a look at them and try and see if any of them are gnomes. Or look like they might be gnomes.
None of them look like they're gnomes.
Mm,
It looks like, I believe, 3 human-like figures, an elf, and a dwarf.
I walk up to the elf.
Okay. As you walk up to the elf one, it
follow
reads
around.
on the statue base, Ranger Captain Illyria Windrunner.
I turn to the group and I talk about Ilaria and her history. Hey guys, this is Ilaria Windrunner. She's one of the captains, ranger captains, who fought in the Second War.
And I'm like
Oh.
nerding out. I talk about the Windrunner bow. Like, oh yeah, that's one of the more legendary bows. I hear it's very, very powerful.
It said she's one of the best rangers in all the land.
And she's probably that good because of her bow, right?
It definitely helps.
Boring.
Illyria's
well-
still around, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no one knows where she is.
Mia.
Mm.
She, for all we know, she was on the other side when the portal exploded.
Oh no. That sounds pretty sad. Are
It
all these
is.
people missing?
I've heard Windrunner before. Isn't that undead chick supposed to be Windrunner?
Yes, that is her sister.
No way. Why do we got a statue of her sister here? If that crazy lady's controlling all those dead people.
Because she was once not dead.
What? Everyone's once not dead. That's called being alive.
Hmm.
Exactly.
I'm
when
gonna
she
go
was
with
alive,
elves?
she was a good person.
So she's a dead elf?
She is.
Or her sister.
Wait, are you alive or are you dead?
Me?
Pretty sure we're all alive.
Yeah, Rano.
We are all alive here. You would know if we were undead.
Okay.
I mean, I don't technically know I'm alive either.
That I shake my head and just ignore them.
And for the most part of these statues, then again, is interested in the weapons that the statues are wielding more than the actual people.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a giant staff, there's a sword, there's a giant claymore, there's a big hammer.
So I'm going to go up and check out the dwarf statue, but I will take interest and read the plaque on the dwarf one.
Okay, it is for Kurdrin Wildhammer. And you know who the Wildhammer clan is.
It's like, ah, yes, the Wildhammer brothers.
Who are they?
I hear they wield the power of lightning.
Lightning?
Wow.
They druids too?
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think there are any.
He's got a big
dwarves.
hammer, though.
Did you meet him?
No,
Oh.
I've never
Is
left
he in
Ironforge, and the Wildhammers, they're not in Ironforge.
I thought all dwarves came from Ironforge.
That's what I heard. I'm a dwarf.
Well,
Well-
I read about some dwarves that live up in the mountains.
Yeah, we've
Oh,
got
you're
a few
talking
clans.
about up those people up in Airy Peak, huh?
Yeah,
Hmm.
the mountains further north.
Actually,
Yeah, that makes sense.
you know that Southshore problem. Maybe they could help.
I would hope they're helping. Aren't they pretty close to Southshore?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
At the
they're
island
already
is like
helping a little.
touching it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, anyone want to look at these other statues? I've seen them like 30 times, so I don't care.
Yeah,
anymore.
I've seen these so
Yeah,
many
but I
times. This
mean-
is just
They're cool and all, but I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, I'm more-
You've heard of a few of them. You've heard of Archmage Kagdar.
Yeah, but I didn't read the statue. I just saw a guy in robes with a stick.
True. Aron, are you going to approach any of the other ones, or are you guys done here?
Nope, I'm mostly interested in the elf one, but I will say from hearing from Thanigan, he was another one who fought in the Second War and is also said to be behind. He was still behind the portal when it exploded.
Mm.
And then let's just say there's a lot of people in this area too. This is like a good tourist spot in Stormwind, so a bunch of people who are the first time here looking at the statues. There are guards everywhere, of course, making sure no one's climbing on them and whatnot, but they are a marvelous sight.
Those are cool. Well, we should probably head out before it gets too late, guys.
Yes, we don't want to be traveling once night comes.
I think we'll make it to Goldshire before.
Yeah,
nap time.
Goldshire is about a 2 hour walk, let's say. It's not very far.
Let's head up.
Yeah, let's head on out.
Okay. As you guys head off into Elwyn Forest, can I get a marching order, please?
I'm leading the way with Klein.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
following right behind them.
I'll
kind
be-
of go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be behind Stick.
Yeah, and I kind of got stuck behind a little bit because I was kind of looking at the statues so I'm a little bit trailing a little bit behind.
And as we leave,
nice,
Stormwind's gonna be
nice.
like, "Now these are some trees, Klein."
Hell yeah. And you guys look around. These are some thick trees. They're not as tall as the trees that you've seen, Arano, back in Ashenvale, but they are quite a bit thicker. They've got really massive bases.
I'm
Like
just so happy the DM
At
is
least,
describing
like-
trees.
30 feet in diameter. Like these are thick trees.
Stop saying thick.
We like them thick boys here in Elwind.
Takes Stir and I like 10 hours to chop down one of these things. It's crazy.
They pay well though. But anyway,
I would say. I'm gonna keep an eye out for any plants that might look like they're worth picking.
Go ahead
I'm
and make a
gonna
perception check.
I want to keep
Anything that
an eye out
stands out.
for Defias because I know some linger around these parts.
Go ahead and make a
11.
perception check. You see some silver leaf off in the distance.
I'm gonna holler at everybody else first and say,
15.
Hey guys, you guys can
No
keep on
device.
going. Just don't go too fast. I'm gonna go grab some of these plants over here real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, You should be clear.
All right, go ahead and make a survival check.
Pick me some plants, or at least try. 14.
Okay. You get yourself 3 silver leaf.
Oh boy.
Stick ends up returning to you guys, little feet. And you guys head on down the road towards Goldshire. You are pass by again a lot of travelers, people on horseback and stuff, but you do end up running into one traveling salesman along the way.
Oh, hello.
If you guys wish to stop to her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'll stop.
is a
hello
salesman
there.
a man or a lady?
It's a woman.
Well, hi, what do you have for sale?
As you approach, or you are greeted by the smell of weirdly fresh bread.
I'm still trailing behind a little bit at this point.
Okay. Hello there. I sell bread. Baked it this morning over in Goldshire.
It smells
Oh,
nice.
Patrol this
That
road
smells
here and
good.
sell to the people that are traveling.
What do you think would like go well with? And I'm gonna pull out my Alteric Swiss. I got this Alteric Swiss. I spent a good amount of coin on, and
Actually,
Yeah.
I just got done making a batch of Mulgore spice bread. I think it would go very well with that.
Oh, more
sounds pretty
spice.
Yes, it's a new seasoning I had shipped from across the lands. It's been
That
doing
sounds
quite well here,
interesting.
actually.
can I have a small sample?
Sure. And she gives you a small sample.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's very
'Cause
good
I-
bread.
You know what? I'll take a loaf of this bread.
Okay, that'll be 3 silver.
3 silver.
Me
All
too.
right. Thank you.
Okay, she gives you a loaf as well.
I catch up at this point, and my nose just catches a whiff of the bread, and I kind of get excited because I realize I'm hungry. What do you have here?
Oh, well, I've got, again, the Mulgore spice bread. I've got some, just some regular baked bread. I've got some moist coin bread, and I've got some soft banana bread.
What was that third one? Moist coin bread?
Cornbread.
Corn
I heard
bread.
coin bread. I was very confused.
I probably
Coin
said
too.
I probably
Cornbread.
said coin.
Oh, I'll take some of the moist cornbread.
Okay, and she, that'll be 2 silver.
Thank you very much. I pretty much start eating it immediately.
It is delicious. It is very good cornbread.
And I'm gonna make sandwiches while I walk. Just cheese
Cl-
sandwiches.
Klein's gonna help you too. He's gonna while you're making the sandwiches, he's gonna hold the cheese and stuff and hey Stick, you got some of that jerky left over?
Nope. I definitely do, but I'm not telling.
Deception check.
You can't lie to the DM.
16.
Oh damn it! I guess we'll just have to eat cheese then.
Yeah,
I
sorry about
should
that.
have taken some of that from Karash, but I always decline it.
You silly goose.
I know he loves it so much. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
Stir and Klein enjoys some sandwiches. Arano devours some cornbread, and you've got your nice little bread as well, Fanigan. Stick's quite happy with her cheese she had earlier, and quite happy with the silver leaf she found. But after a good hour to an hour and a half of walking, you guys get to the border of Goldshire.
Well, that's it. Take a look. It's pretty bustling little town.
It's a decent-sized town. I know in game it's about 2 buildings. It's got a population of about 600 people. Being the border to Stormwind, it's got constant travelers. Not too many people live here, as it is cheaper to find homes in Stormwind as opposed to out here.
I
It's
want
a nice
to
little area.
inspect what races are here.
Okay, it's primarily human. I'd say it's about 80% human, and then a mix of a few elves, gnomes, and dwarves here and there.
Anybody dueling?
There's no one dueling right now. You're on the edge of the town, so you'll have to move further in.
I can take you to where everyone duels. It's right outside the inn. People get drunk and just go outside and fight each other. It's great.
Aha, that sounds like a good time.
Used to be great, not anymore.
Yeah, they used to let you fight inside the inn too. It was really fun.
They used to let you be naked inside the inn.
I don't know what it is with you being naked all the time, Klein.
Listen, man,
know
that
what
place
he's
was
after.
special. That place was special, all right?
When we used to chop down trees here, we'd get through about 30 minutes of work. He's taking his shirt off because he says it's too hot.
It gets hot here, man.
It's a lot warmer here.
I'm from Ironforge, Dunmoreau. I be sweating.
All right, Klein. And I don't believe him at all.
Will you guys make your way into Goldshire? Did you want to stop anywhere?
I need to find a blacksmith.
Can I see if
Okay.
the fair is in town?
The fair is not in town. You do not see any of their banners or anything. Okay, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Me?
Always
Yeah.
investigation.
I know.
Well, he's searching for a specific blacksmith.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just his.
All right, 7.
It's really bad for him.
There's quite a few people out here. You get a little bit flustered trying to navigate. My earlier population was wrong. This is not about 600. It's about 7,000.
That sounds
Oh.
It's a little different.
I wanted to make
Small
that
town.
correction now.
bigger.
It is a small town in comparison to the 200,000 people that live in Stormwind. Yes.
That's
Still pretty big. Okay, well. I'm just
You're
gonna
looking
keep
around. You
kinda-
can't really find any blacksmiths too easily.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of wandering around looking at the things.
Are you looking for something, Thanagan?
Yeah. Where's the blacksmith?
Oh, I can help you find that.
I would
And I
like
walk
to,
up to the nearest guard.
and yeah, I would like to use my height to try to look around to see if there's a blacksmith.
Okay. As Stir's walking up to the guard, you look over everyone, Rano, being a good foot and a half taller than most people here. And off in the distance, you do see smoke billowing out of potentially a forge.
Then again, there appears to be smoke in the distance. That might be one of your blacksmiths.
Okay, cool. You guys mind if I go hit that up?
Oh, you got
and
a blacksmith already?
I offer to lead him over there.
Sure. Where do you guys want to meet up? Where are we going, sir? What are we doing here?
Well, we're gonna stay the night at the tavern. I mean, it's still pretty early in the day, so we got time to kill if we want to do stuff. But
I mean, we could also make a little bit more distance towards Red Ridge, you know?
we could. What time is it?
Let's say it's about 2:30, 3 p.m.
So, I don't know, it's getting close to 3.
I mean,
Well,
I don't
my-
think we'd be able to make it till the logging camp until after midnight. I mean, we could go through pretty late, get there. I mean, they know me and Sir there, so we could probably get some lodging there at the logging camp, but we wouldn't get there till probably 2, 3 in the morning.
Okay, well, is there
Or
anywhere
we
to
could
stop
camp on the side of the
over?
road, too. I mean,
We could camp too.
Sure.
Or
There's
we
no
could
other
just stay
buildings
here,
or a farm
even
or
though-
anything like that?
And I'm like looking at the
not
end.
really,
I'm
no.
like, I don't know. They've got ale.
Yeah, but we could bring you out with us, too.
I mean, I'm down to stay at the inn. I just got a little bit of a sour side.
All right, yeah, no, fine. We'll stay
All
at the inn.
hail King Anduin.
Hail the king.
So
All right,
I'm gonna make my way into the blacksmith and just walk up to the blacksmith. Be like,
And I'll wait outside, just kind of taking in the sights after I let him there.
Yes. How can I help you, dwarf?
I'm gonna
hey
cut a tree
there,
down. boys.
I've got these 3 short swords. I mean, I know they're in bad shape, but do you want to buy them? Maybe you could
Selling
like,
weapon.
maybe you could smelt them down or something. I don't know.
I've got some crap. You
sure.
want it?
I'll take them for 5 copper.
There's a lot of metal. It's got to be worth more than 5 copper.
Flipping swords.
Well, keep in mind this is D&D copper, not WoW copper.
Yeah.
So
He
it's
still
like
might
half
be
a
trying to
silver,
talk you up.
but maybe 6 copper then. That was just crap metal.
Each?
No, not each.
Well, they're just taking up bag space, so okay.
What is this blood on it?
Don't
Uh,
worry about that.
Okay.
I'm like clean it with a cloth. I'll just like wipe it down with my new tabard.
He takes them and here you go. You put 6 copper on the
Oh boy.
table.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna leave. That's all I wanted. Thanks.
Take care. Yeah, no problem, man.
Looking to pawn some crappy weapon.
Hey man, I got those off the
kobolds.
kobold
Trogs.
at
Trogs,
Ironforge Airport. Yeah, what Trogs, whatever.
Some
Yeah.
gray swords.
So yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah.
get that garbage out of my bag.
Dan again returns to you guys as you're about to head into the Lion's Pride Inn. So is that what we're doing? We're gonna stay here tonight, or what's the plan, team?
Yeah, we stay here tonight. We head
I'm
out.
okay with that, yeah.
First sunlight, we head out. So
I
we
think
get.
it's best to wake up early.
Yeah, as soon as the sun's up, we head out. Get to Red Ridge as soon as we can.
What is it, like 4 or 5 p.m.?
It's about 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
3, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna turn to Stir and be like,
The only issue I have with us leaving in the morning, is, if we wait here, is we'd be getting there around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. tomorrow. So we'd be showing up as it's bedtime. I mean, that's not really an issue. I'm just saying.
I still think that's better than showing up at midnight at the logging place.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to be out traveling the roads after the sun goes down. That sounds kind of dangerous, you know?
It is scary out there. That is true.
maybe
I'm not
we can
saying I'm
find
scared.
a
not
wagon
scared.
or something.
We do have the time. Maybe we can explore a little bit, see if anyone's heading that way.
Maybe there's a stable here we can try and rent some horses from and bring them back.
I mean, I guess we could ask, but we're going to be bringing the horses back in like 3 weeks.
Well, yeah. Or we could just leave them at Red Ridge, at those stables.
Are we in the inn right now?
Oh, you guys are outside of it.
I want to look around to see if there's any wagons around.
Yeah, I mean, there's constantly carts driving by that are going to Stormwind, to Westfall, to Red Ridge.
Maybe we should stop one of these wagons heading to Red Ridge and see if we can catch a ride.
Better yet,
yeah.
maybe we can
Yeah.
protect the wagon and get paid for the ride.
Also a good idea.
So you want to, you positioning to them that they can travel overnight? Because we're going to be protecting them?
Sure.
Hmm,
We get there real quick that
Maybe.
way.
yeah, I mean, they
Would a
could
wagon get
travel-
us there before the sun's down anyway, right now?
Yeah, I mean, to be faster. Red Ridge. The sun would definitely be going down. You could probably get there a
Let's do
little
it.
after 10 or 11.
I'm on board for that idea.
I mean, yeah, if it gets us there quicker.
We're going to have the whole day tomorrow to stand around and be guards.
And the
Maybe.
quicker we get there, the quicker we finish.
I'm going to look for a
I
wagon.
mean, they didn't say how fast we had
Okay,
to
I
get
mean,
to
yeah,
Red
there
Ridge.
are several wagons. You guys can go to the crossroad where
Yeah.
the break in the road. One goes up north towards Stormwind, one goes to the west towards Westfall, and the other goes east towards the logging camp.
I'm going
Just-
to run after the one heading towards the logging camp.
Okay, you'll say you have to wait like 5-10 minutes to see a cart that's heading that way, but when you do,
Oh.
you can wave them down, yeah.
Okay, so head towards the crossroads.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're there. and You see the cart going off towards the east. We'll say you're
Okay.
positioned towards that direction, so it's coming at you.
Hmm.
Okay, so as it starts to come by, I wave my hand and ask him to stop. Sir, could you stop, please?
Sure. What's up, man?
Me and my friends here are looking to travel to Red Ridge. Do you happen to be heading that way?
Well, actually, I'm dropping off supplies at the logging camp.
Is there any way that we could go with you?
How many you got?
It's 4 others besides me, so 5 total.
she
I
can
don't
sit in my
really
lap.
have much room.
Well, 2 of them are on the smaller size. I would be the tallest by far.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm sorry, precision?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Vincent to
Persuasion.
let us go.
17.
Sure, why not? I could use the company on the road. Hop on.
Yeah, and we'll help guard your cart too.
Well, thank you
Cool.
for that, little one.
We'll hop in. And I'm going to say that, getting the logging camp is pretty good, though. We can just stay the night there and then continue our journey.
And it is
tomorrow.
filled. It is filled with barrels of tools. Like one of them is full of like nails and lots of different tools you would find at a logging camp. Axes. It looks like it's a shipment to the logging camp to resupply them.
What's the highest point I could climb on top of?
It's a pretty small cart, and it's like one of those cloth drape carts.
Oh, okay, so there's no roof that I can
So
get on.
there's really no roof you could get on top of. The tallest point you could get was probably riding next to him.
It's like a covered wagon.
He's got room for one person, and then inside the cart, it is incredibly cramped.
Shotgun.
Two horses.
And being the tallest person here, I go to Thanigan. Don't you think it'd be best for me to sit up there?
I'm the
call
one with a
shotgun.
gun, and if I gotta shoot something, I can shoot it from here.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's the one that killed that Wendigo, not you.
We all killed it, you bloke.
I hop on the back of the wagon. I don't really fit in, so I'm just gonna kind of hang out sitting on the back.
Okay, it's uncomfortable, and it'll start to be a pain after half the trip, but you could manage it the whole way there. You would just be uncomfortable the entire trip.
I will probably go into my meditation state, my trance, to try to
Okay,
ignore that.
and then I guess Stir, Stick, and Klein are gonna hop inside the cart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Right,
pile
right.
in and like lay down on top of stuff.
Well, all right. I appreciate the company. Hold on, it's a bumpy ride, and he like slaps the reins a couple times, and the horses head off into a canter towards the Eastvale logging camp, and I think that is a perfect place to stop for the week.
Headed to the logging camp.
Sounds good to me.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Our first no combat session.
Oh man,
Yeah.
there's a
Gotta
lot
get
to
to
see in
combat.
Stormwind, man.
That was 3 hours of role playing right there, boys.
There's a lot to see.
Was it? It felt short.
Yeah.
It did not feel like 3 hours.
It's pretty long.
Well, we had an extra long pre-show, so that
Okay.
cut into our time a bit.
That's
There's a
true.
little bit of extra at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I want to do this more than once a week.
I know.
All right, let's do it.
It's
Yep,
a lot of
what
fun.
time?
Wait, once the BlizzCon craze is over,
Yeah.
It's true. That's true. That's just gonna make it harder.
the
though.
next month is just crazy.
And someone has to go to California this weekend.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Can't believe
yeah.
it.
No.
That was a lot of fun. I
fun.
enjoyed that a
Yeah.
lot.
That's good.
Can't wait to get to Red Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of fun playing there.
To fight those giant dragons.
Yeah, it's fighting some dragons.
By comparison.
It's interesting because
As far as I
like
know.
Thanigan has probably heard of Dark Iron Dwarves, and they're not in Red Ridge, right? But they're damn
they're right
close,
They're close.
right?
They're up north, yeah.
Yeah, but they're. I mean, that's damn close. So that's an interesting thing for the character, I think, just to like.
Because at this point, Mora has been kidnapped. Because that's the whole thing of.
Brockrock
Right.
Depths.
Right,
Blackrock
BRD,
Depths.
yeah.
So you definitely would have heard of them.
Yeah. So, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Red Ridge
Save
in
it
general.
for that to be revealed, what your plans are. But yeah, Red Ridge is gonna be fun. I have well, we'll see.
We'll
But
see.
it's gonna be
No
Red Ridge
spoils.
Red Ridge is gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm so excited. It's
Yeah, I
also
can't
nice
wait.
to not be sick.
Hype.
Yeah,
That's
you
the best
beat
part.
it. You finally beat the cold. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Took a while.
I'm glad we got to see at least one level 2 ability from the Entangling Roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting some heavy RP, but we really went into that tour, and that was awesome. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
It's great.
It was.
Yeah, no, it's actually going to be so much more fun when we do finally hit combat with now that we're level 2 because we, I mean, Arana, you got shapeshifting, right?
can
I
change
got-
it now.
Mastery, so I chose archery. I guess we're just kind of giving people some more insight on our
I
characters
can
since
also
they,
heal now.
they can't see our character
Hey.
sheets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Um,
eventually we'll get a website or something.
Yeah,
we can,
it's
publicly upload the character sheets so people can see
Yeah.
them and stuff.
That's
Good idea.
definitely on the to-do list for something that'll be coming soon.
If you guys have anything you would like to see from us differently, or more features or certain content you would like to see, leave us a comment in the comments things down below.
Yeah, there's Patreon comments. You can do it there. You can do it on YouTube, or
Post in our Discord.
post on our Discord. Yep. There's public
Say something in
access.
the Twitch chat.
Yep. Twitch chat obviously is a good way,
Most of
and
us will usually be there.
our Twitter is that Roll Need Show. So there's a bunch of different ways. I know not everybody's Twitter, not everybody uses YouTube. Most people use YouTube. But, you know, however you want to communicate with us, let us know what you guys would like to see. If there's things that you feel you're looking for, but it's not there, please let us know, because we do want to do everything. Honestly, we have a lot of ambitions with just Roll Need in general. And with WoW Classic, we have no idea what the release date is, right? But with a beta or a demo, as they're calling it, I think it's just going to pull me in deeper and deeper and deeper the more we get to play it.
Yeah.
BlizzCon, once we play that, Jake, it's going to be... I told you, I'm bringing my laptop. I might not even show up to part of it, just play it.
Right from the hotel, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oof, it's going to be dangerous. Yeah, you have to wait in lines, that's right. So, have fun.
I'm just going to be your cameraman. You just don't know it yet.
That's not a bad idea. All right, well, you know, good. Again, a big shout out to all of our patrons so far, just for supporting us. I mean, obviously, we are now officially a month in. We've done this for 4 episodes, so it's a strong first month for the show, which feels great.
Yesterday.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy to think that we're already a month deep? It is actually
I feel like
insane.
I'm 8 months deep at this point.
Well, we've been planning it for a long time.
Yeah, and you probably
It's
got 8
been-
months or so planned out, so.
Maybe not
not
that
8
far,
months.
but I got a lot of plans, and I wish this wasn't just a weekly show, but it was like a daily show. But that would be crazy
That'd be
impossible.
nuts.
Oh, we are
I would
planning some other content, as we mentioned. Zoe and I are going to be doing some more behind-the-scenes stuff very soon. We'll work on a QA session, probably not till after BlizzCon for the first one, so it would probably be mid-November if we're going to do a QA. That is something that it'll take time before that gets rolling, just because it does require some additional effort and
It
work
requires
and-
people
and
to ask
planning.
questions.
That too. And one more.
We do have a
thing.
one-shot this month.
Yes, the one shots.
We don't have a date for it yet, but we will be doing a Hallows End one-shot towards the end of the month.
And that will be with some other streamers. We haven't really confirmed the full panel for that yet, but we have reached out to a few guys that you guys know from other shows that Zoe and I have done in the past. So it could be fun just to mix it up, and it will not be these characters, right? It will not be this story.
It will actually be playing Horde in this one.
One shots are fun too.
Yeah, we got lots of. I have lots of one shots planned that are gonna be really cool. But yeah, we'll be doing the Hallows End one as Horde, and it will be happening towards the end of the month. They don't have a release date yet, but you will see it at some point in October.
Hallows End, Halloween themed. We're aiming around that time, but aiming to release it well before BlizzCon. So if you're actually traveling to BlizzCon, we want this to be something you can listen to on the flight, and so on.
And it
so
doesn't
forth.
replace the normal show. You know, the weekly, every Monday night on Twitch will always be this show. No matter if we start another campaign, no matter if we start other one-shots, you can always expect Roll Need Campaign 1 to be continuing every Monday, no matter what other side stuff is going on.
Yep, that's the plan. It's all just bonus content when we do one-shots and such. But again, another shout out to Jahia for just everything he does with the rulebook. It's fantastic. And to you guys for tuning into our show. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Love you all.
Beyond that,
You all.
look forward to WoW Classic content. That's something that I'm just like planning on creating here on the channel. Want to really dive in deep on that, and that's all I can
Buy your
think about
virtual
lately.
tickets. Time's running out.
Well, you can buy it the
It's
day
not.
before. It doesn't matter.
It's not
Time
running
is
out.
not running out.
They're almost sold out of these.
They're gonna
virtual
sell
tickets.
You never know. No, they won't.
Buy them for your friends and family.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Buy
feel
it
like I'm
for
missing
someone
something. What am I
who
missing?
Doesn't play classic WoW.
I don't
There
know.
you go.
To
Or
get them to
Patreon
play
or
this. Wow.
Roll or Podbean, our Discord.
It's everywhere.
Follow us on YouTube. Give us that likes. Smash that like. Don't smash the dislike because I said that. I'm sorry.
Damn. All right, friends. Yeah, that's it. GG's. And we'll see ya
GGs.
next week for week 5, where clearly we're going to slay some smorks, hopefully.
Yeah.
Peace! Roll Need is directly supported by listeners like you. Visit patreon.com/rollneed.